Let's go Falcons! Hey yo, batter up, let the ball begin. Solano Falcons, about to show you how you win. Solano Baseball, all have tight skills. All stars everywhere with highlight reels. Everybody watch out, cause when it's game time, we going for the W, gonna make our name shine. Falcons dominate when the game's on the line, so go get your bell, Solano. Why? Cause it's game time, hey yo, it's game time, so let the games begin. Solano on the field and we gain in a win. Hey yo, it's game time, don't you hear the people chant? Cause this is our house, make way for the champ, it's game time.
Well, hi everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's broadcast here on the Solano College Sports Network. I'm Greg Poff, and today I'll be joined by my broadcast partner, Jake Wade, and we've got a dandy of a matchup for you here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium on the campus of Solano Community College as the Solano Falcons take on the Napa Valley Storm. Well, you can see the Bay Valley Conference standings there. Both Napa and Solano tied for second at 8-3, one game behind Marin. So all-important game for both these teams. And to tell you a little bit more about today's matchup, here's my broadcast partner, Jake Wade.
So today we're going to have a great matchup today, like my broadcast partner, Poff, just said. So on the mound for the day for the Falcons, we have Justin LeBeat, who's coming in with a 2.94 ERA. Very solid for the Falcons so far this year. And for the Napa Valley Storm, it's Mateo Fernandez, 4.29 ERA. Did throw a no-hitter against Mendocino as well. So a guy who's been very solid for this Napa Valley team as well.
Yeah, Jake, I'm excited to see this kid too. Mateo Fernandez, number 24, on the hill. He's already thrown a no-no this season. This kid has electric stuff. And now for the starting lineup for the Napa Valley Storm, leading things off in center field will be Andrew Wheat. The number 2 hitter will be Sam Davison. He'll be at first base. In the 3-hole, the catcher, Ignacio Diaz. Cleanup hitter, designated hitter Cameron Taylor coming in, hitting .276 with 23 runs batted in, one of the leaders in RBIs in the Bay Valley Conference. He'll be followed by Cole Chait. He'll be at third base. Austin Fitzpatrick will be in right field. Hamish Witters will be the left fielder for the Storm. Shortstop Dallas Cota will be the number 8 hitter, and rounding out the starting lineup will be number 5, Chris Bruno. He'll be at second base, and we've already mentioned Mateo Fernandez. He'll be on the hill for the Napa Valley Storm. Now, here's a look at the starters for your Solano Falcons.
Joey Dyson, freshman infielder and outfielder, American Canyon High School.
Josh Linney, freshman infielder, Montgomery High School.
Alvaro Wakaba, sophomore shortstop, Vanna High School.
Garland Webster, freshman third baseman, Armijo High School.
Darian Evans, sophomore outfielder, Rodriguez High School.
Briar Litz, freshman first baseman, Foothill High School.
Jacob Pavlovsky, sophomore outfielder, Albany High School.
Connor Dick, redshirt freshman, Vacaville High School.
Ian Acosta, sophomore catcher, Vacaville High School.
Dustin LeBee, sophomore pitcher from Ramstein American High School.
Well, there you have the starting lineups for the Solano Falcons. And, Zach, just a couple changes, too. Garland Webster moving from his usual spot at third over to first. Connor Dick getting the start at third base today. And Jacob Pavlowski out in left field for the Falcons. And I think this is an important matchup, especially for Solano. They're coming off 2 losses, don't want to make it 3, especially against an opponent that they're going to battle all the way to the end of the Bay Valley Conference. Big game today for the Falcons.
Yeah, it's a very important game, really, for both teams, too. Napa looking to get a little closer to Marin, only 1 game behind right now, so that's something to look out for. Another close, good matchup between the teams that are tied for second in the Bay Valley Conference right now. So should have a great game today.
Yeah, and when you look at the schedule, a little bit different this year in the sense that in the Bay Valley Conference, each team is playing a home and away, and then they'll play each team a third time. And Solano certainly doesn't want to lose this game to Napa today. That would mean that Napa already would win that season series, regardless what happens a little bit later in the season when they play for the third time.
Yeah, it's going to be very important for the Falcons to win this game today, to keep this series even and go a game up of Napa in the standings right now.
Well, there you see Dustin LeBeat. He'll be on the mound for the Falcons. He's been the typical Thursday starter, and he's been pretty successful for the Falcons. Comes in with a 3-0 record, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 2.94 ERA. Dustin LeBeat, the sophomore, has been very solid for the Falcons this year.
Yeah, he's been one of their most consistent starters. Him and Nathan Jeunesse at the top of the rotation have been very good all year. Jeunesse with a 2.22 ERA. So when two of your three main starters have an ERA below 3, that's when you know that you're having a pretty good baseball team out there.
Yeah, and the bullpen has been real solid for the Falcons. Got roughed up a little bit last Tuesday at Napa, but they're looking to rectify that situation as we are underway. And as Stash Samoida always likes to say, first pitch, 239. First pitch by LeBeat catches the outside corner for a strike. Andrew Wheat, the center fielder, batting .304 up at the plate.
Also has 8 stolen bases, so a guy who's got some speed out there. We tend to see a lot of center fielders have a lot of speed as well.
Next pitch is hit to second baseman Josh Lenny. Picks it up, throws over to Webster at first, and the first out retired by Dustin LeBeat.
That's just a routine ground ball right there. Good job by Lenny not to overrun it, wait for it to come to him, and throw the runner out on a closer play than you expected on a ball hit like that, too.
Boy, and there you saw the speedy Andrew Wheat. He can get down the base pass in a hurry. So 1 out, and now up to the plate, the hot-hitting first baseman Sam Davison. First pitch by LeBeat. Catches the outside corner, looked a little bit low, so good call for LeBeat by home plate umpire Jeff Dugmore. Out in the field, Ron Adams, your umpiring crew for the day. LeBeat set, and the next pitch, nice movement on that breaking ball, over for a strike. So quickly, LeBeat ahead in the count, 0-2.
LeBeat's done well so far, hitting his zones very good already in this game. Only 4 pitches in, hasn't thrown a ball yet, so he's going to do great if he keeps doing this all day.
That pitch low and away. So the count now 1-2. Sam Davison comes in hitting over 400, 402 on the season. LeBeat looks in, gets his sign, and he's set into the windup and the pitch. And it's fouled out of play over behind the Napa Valley Storm bench.
Davidson also has 3 home runs on the year to go along with 18 RBIs. So a guy who's been very productive at the top of this lineup for Napa Valley.
And this is a hot Napa team. They are 14-4 since February 5th. Next pitch in the dirt. Good eye by Davison. Looked like he wanted to go around, thought better of it. Good decision by Mr. Davison.
You can see up there at the plate, he's very locked in. He's not going to swing at a pitch that's not his pitch, and he's going to fight and battle in every at-bat he has up there.
Next pitch by LeBeat, and it's hit right back to the box. LeBeat knocks it down, got plenty of time, makes the throw, and 2 up, 2 retired. And now coming up, the catcher, Ignacio Diaz.
Now batting, catcher, number 7, Ignacio Diaz.
So Diaz batting right around 300, as you can see there on our graphic. We're so glad to bring you today's game here on the Solano College Sports Network. A little bit breezy here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. First pitch away for a ball. We're kind of getting that typical weather we're used to in the month of March.
Yeah, so far it's been a pretty hot year so far during baseball season here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
Next pitch, and this one is popped, foul territory. Webster going over and doesn't have room. That's going to sail over the fence, out of play. And this Napa Valley team, pretty solid, excellent pitching. And the thing about Napa, they've got 3 starters who are all solid. Austin Barlow, 5-0. Dylan Hassard has struggled a bit, 1-3, but good ERA at 3.52. And, of course, today you get to see the electric lefty, Mateo Fernandez, on the mound, comes in 3-3, 4.29 ERA. LeBeat still some work to do here and hits a chopper just past the diving Connor Dick at third, out into left field, and so a 2-out single by Iggy Diaz. That'll bring up the designated hitter, cleanup hitter, number 17, Cameron Taylor.
This is the guy to watch out for this Napa Valley squad. He has 23 RBIs on the year, leading the team, and one of the top RBI producers in the Bay Valley Conference as well.
Yeah, 23 runs batted in. As you said, he's got 3 bombs as well. So this guy knows what to do, especially with runners out on the field. So Diaz takes his lead at first. Labitte set, pitching out of the stretch now. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike.
Labitte's not going to back down from anywhere, from anyone that's up there at the plate. He's really going to come after you and attack your weaknesses, and that's what good pitchers do. They find out what your weaknesses are, and they're going to throw it right there every time.
And Labitte, too, pitching with a lot of confidence. Feels very comfortable on the mound, sophomore. Checks the runner out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's a pop fly. Webster settles under it in foul territory and bobbles it. And that's an example of what can happen here when that wind starts to blow. It makes it very difficult. And there you saw the freshman from Armio look like he had it. Wind caught it, bobbles it. So second chance for Cameron Taylor. Let's see if the Storm can capitalize on the error by the freshman first baseman.
And that may also be due to Garland mostly playing third base this year. That's something that it's not the toughest transition, just switching from corner to corner, but the foul grounds are a little different. It's something he's going to have to get used to if he's going to keep playing more first base this year.
So Labitte set, count 0-2 in his favor. That went away, throw down. Webster, good job. That was in the dirt on the throw by Acosta, so Webster, good job staying in front of that.
That's something we see Ian Acosta do a lot back there behind the dish. He throws over to first base. You don't usually see that, especially in baseball. When a catcher has that strong of an arm like Acosta does, he's going to get you out whenever you're trying to take a base.
I believe in our last broadcast last Thursday, threw out a runner or 2. That was a big game for Acosta.
3,
had that big,
yeah.
Was it? And that one is popped up again. Lenny going back. Evans coming in. Lenny settles under it and makes the catch. So 1 hit, 1 2-out single by Diaz, but he's left at first at the end of a half inning of play. No score. All right, we're ready for the bottom of the first, and there you get a look at Mateo Fernandez, the outstanding left-handed pitcher for the Napa Valley Storm. And Jake, you said you were watching him warm up. This kid can throw hard.
Just watching him warm up in the bullpen down by right field, I was blown away how hard a lefty is throwing like that. You don't see that very often at community college baseball.
And a lot of times in community college baseball, you get the kids that can throw hard, but they struggle with their control a bit. But boy, you look at Fernandez's numbers, 40 strikeouts to just 13 walks, so this kid can throw hard and pretty good control. Falcons have their work cut out for him today.
The biggest key for them is going to be to get on top of that fastball. When it's so hard like he's throwing, you got to sit back on it, and you can't try to pull everything because when he throws a changeup or something, you're going to be way out ahead of it.
So Joey Dodson leading off for the Falcons, takes the first pitch for a strike. Dodson comes in hitting .280 on the season. Big game on Tuesday. Joey D going 4 for 4 at Napa. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's ripped but right to the third baseman, Chait. He's going to throw over to first and easily retires the speedy Joey Dodson.
That's a hot shot right at the third baseman. That's why they call it the hot corner right there. You get those hot shots right back at you.
Josh Lenny.
Well, Fernandez throwing smoke out there, and Lenny coming up to Smokey and the Bandit. Lenny, boy, this kid has been outstanding. Just a freshman hitting .349, and he stands in to face Fernandez. First pitch, let her high, but out of the zone for a ball. 1-0 the count to Lenny.
Lenny also the Falcons leader in RBIs with 18, so a guy who can get on base and produce runs.
Good take there by Lenny, showing good patience at the plate. That one just a little bit away. Fernandez shakes off the first sign, goes with the second. Here's the pitch way inside. So quickly 3-0 to Josh Lenny.
And Lenny, a guy who has some surprising speed too. Only has 4 stolen bases on the year, but a guy who, when he gets on base, runs the base as well. And that goes for this whole Falcons team, really.
Yeah, a lot of speed on this Falcon club. That pitch low, gets away from Diaz, and Lenny aboard with a 4-pitch walk. Yeah, a lot of speed on this Falcon team, and especially when you look at the statistics with Alvaro Rubalcaba, 16 stolen bases on the year, and Joey Dodson right behind him with 15, and now we get a chance to see Alvaro Rubalcaba hitting .400 on the season.
He's been that Falcons' hottest hitter this year all year. He never really has had a slump so far this year. He's been consistent all year.
May have cooled off just a little bit in the game against Napa 0 for 4, but you don't see those 0-4 games very much by Mr. Rubalcaba. So Rubalcaba digs in. Now Fernandez pitching out of the stretch. Not much of a lead by Lenny. That first pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch by Fernandez.
Rubalcaba is probably going to try to move Lenny over right here with 1 out. That's what the Falcons like to do. They get a runner on, they try to move him up every time.
Throw over, but Lenny back.
It's a good quick move from Fernandez out there too.
Yeah, a little bit easier when you're a lefty. You got that sight and can make that quick pick over to first. Fernandez ready. Here comes the pitch, fouled away by Rubalcaba. Got his money's worth on that swing.
A big hack right there from Rubalcaba.
So Rubalcaba in his second year, the sophomore for the Falcons. And boy, it's been an outstanding campaign here in 2015 for the sophomore out of Vanden High School. Fernandez ready. That pitch high and away.
Rubalcaba, another guy who's not going to chase pitches. He's going to wait for his pitch. And that's something that Coach Stover really preaches, is to not chase pitches and to wait for what's there for you, not try to make nothing out of something.
And we saw Lenny do that in the previous at-bat. That's why he's at first. That one looked like the hit and run was on. Rubalcaba just reaches out and fouls that one down the first base side of play. That ball definitely out of the zone, but hit and run on. So Rubalcaba protecting Lenny and gets metal on that one, protects Lenny. So the count will stay at 1-2.
That's what you have to do right there for Rubalcaba. It's not a strike, but with the hit and run on, you can't risk that runner getting thrown out and already being down 1-2 in the count as well.
Throw over. Yeah, and Rubalcaba on that one just went with the pitch. And he straightens that out just a hair. That gets over the first baseman, Davison, into right field for a base hit. All right, here's the pitch, and it's hit by Rubalcaba. It goes to the second baseman, Bruno. Flips over to Coda. Back to first, but not in time. I was looking to see the umpire out in the field. I was blocked by the home plate umpire, but it looked pretty clear. Rubalcaba safe on that one. So that'll be a fielder's choice.
First baseman, number 15.
Lenny retired. And now coming up to the plate, Garland Webster.
Anytime Rubalcaba hits a ball like that, it's going to be very difficult for a team to turn a double play on him. He's so fast out there. He's not going to let you get him out on a double play.
So Webster steps in. Boy, and he's had a great freshman year. That pitch low.
It had a great year so far. Hit a grand slam early in the year, too. So a guy who can do it all, gets on base a lot, very smart base runner. We see him go first to third a lot.
And playing most of his time at third base, and he's been solid defensively at third. Throw over, Rubalcaba back. So 2 outs here, bottom of the first, no score. Napa and Solano going at it. Webster at the plate, Rubalcaba. Little bigger lead than Lenny. Mateo taking his time. And here's the pitch, fouled back by Webster. Webster kind of grimaces to himself. That was a fastball up, out over the plate, and he really wanted to get that one. Just swung a little bit under it. Got his money's worth on that swing.
Those high fastballs are the best pitch to looking at. It's not always the best pitch to hit, but it's one of the best pitches when you're up at the plate to look at.
Throw over, Rubalcaba back.
Keeping a close eye on the runners at first with Rubalcaba right now, and Lenny is up before that as well.
Here's a pitch, away for a ball. Good eye by Webster. So that'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As we said before, bit of a breeze, wind blowing from right field towards left. Fernandez set, here's the pitch, and Webster got another fastball. Good swing, but swung under it just a bit, fouls it back out of play.
He's right on that fastball right now.
He is, he's not missing by much, is he?
Just
good young hitter
right there.
So the Falcons are making Fernandez work here in the first inning. Very patient. That one breaking ball, and Webster hits it to Bruno, drops it, picks it up, and easily retires Webster. So Falcons trying to get something going. Fernandez says no, no, and at the end of 1 inning of play, no score. So Napa Valley coming up with their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Cole Chait, followed by Austin Fitzpatrick, and then Hamish Witters. Cole Chait hitting just .217 on the season. And he'll step in to face Dustin LeBeat for the first time in today's game.
We saw that hot liner hit at Chait in the first inning. It's never an easy play over there at the hot corner.
And as you can see, Chait played his high school ball over in Vallejo at St. Patrick's, now St. Patrick's, St. Vincent's. LeBeat set, and here's the pitch, and it's hit into right field. Evans coming up, and can't get it. It gets by him. This one's going to be trouble. Evans is going to go back and get it. Chait's going to keep going, and he's going to go all the way to third. Rubalcaba with the throw. They got him. Rubalcaba. Oh, my goodness. We've seen him do it with the leather. That time he does it with the arm. Big out for the Falcons, and certainly for the Napa Valley Storm. Do not want to run into outs, especially when you're the leadoff hitter. And you could see Chait kind of hesitate, but Coach was saying, come on to third. Not a good decision, and it costs the Storm.
Austin Fitzpatrick.
What a throw by Rubalcaba right there. Could not have thrown it in a more perfect spot to Connor Dick over there at third.
The tall, lanky right fielder Austin Fitzpatrick steps in, fouls the first pitch off, and so Cole Chait gets a double but gunned down by Rubalcaba. And when that ball got past Evans, I was thinking he's going to get into third easy.
Yeah.
But boy, Rubalcaba, and good throw by Evans.
Yeah.
Evans, to his credit, missed the ball, went back, got it. Nice throw to Rubalcaba. Rubalcaba line drive to Connor Dick. No chance for Cole Chait. That pitch swung on and missed, so quickly, Labitte up in the count. No balls, 2 strikes against Austin Fitzpatrick, who comes in hitting .240 on the season. Labitte set, and here's the 0-2 pitch, low and away.
A good job by Evans on that play, too. After the ball got past him to get there back to the ball so quickly and make such an accurate throw like that. Not many people can do that out there in right field.
Yeah, he was digging. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Breaking ball by Labitte. Fitzpatrick completely fooled, and that'll be the first strikeout of the game for Dustin Labitte.
Nasty curveball right there.
Left
Wow.
fielder,
After
Hamish
seeing 3 fastballs right there, and to break off a nasty curve like that, that's so hard to do up at the plate.
Yeah, Labitte set him up perfectly for that breaking pitch. And so now Hamish Witters settles in for the first time. Labitte bounces that one in the dirt. So that'll be ball 1. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast here on the Solano College Sports Network. One of the few community colleges, if only community college in the nation, to have their own sports broadcasting network and run by our great students here at the college. That pitch fouled back out of play.
And how lucky we are right here to be at Solano College and to have a sports broadcasting program like we do here. It's great to be able to come out of high school like I did and jump right into the program. It's been so great for me.
Well, we really want to give students the experience, and we want our athletes to really feel like they're in a big game. They're getting coverage, and it's going to be on TV and YouTube. So that pitch in the dirt. One of the few times, if only time, that Labitte has been behind in the count with 2 balls and 1 strike to Hamish Witters. And that pitch looked low, but Witters went down kind of a golf swing there and fouls it back over towards the Solano dugout. So that'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second inning, as Vin Scully would say, deuces wild. Labitte set, and the pitch took a little off that one. It's hit into center field, clean base hit by Witters. And Witters is a kid for Napa that's really been coming on of late. A lot of times you would see for Napa Austin Barlow, who pitches one of the starting pitches on his off days out in left field. But Witters has been coming on and finding more playing time in left field, and shows why with the 2-out single.
He's really hit well all year, hitting .273. Not bad numbers, 4 RBIs as well. So a guy who's going to see more playing time.
So Dallas Cota, the shortstop, steps in. Throw over by Labitte. Witters dives back to first safely. Pretty good lead there, you see, by Witters. Labitte out of the stretch. That ball low.
And Acosta's going to be keeping a close eye over there on him at first base.
So Labitte has the sign, out of the stretch, takes a look over, inside corner. Boy, nice pitch. Looked like he took a little off that one, Jake.
Yeah, it didn't look like a changeup necessarily, just slowed his motion down, and nice pitch right there. Didn't try to do too much. He's not going to try to overpower you up there.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Labitte has been successful this season. He really keeps the hitters off balance up at the plate. All right, Labitte set. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Runner goes, and it's fouled back, so looked like a play on by Napa. 2 outs, going with the hit and run. Cota fouls that one back. Just barely got a piece of that one.
Yeah, just barely got a piece of that. Just chopped that right back to our left over here behind home plate.
So the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 2 outs. Top of the second inning, no score. Big game for both these teams. Cota set. Labitte ready. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Takes a little off that one. Hit to Connor Dick. Bad bounce. Keeps it in front of him and no chance to make the throw. Good job by Connor Dick. And that just took a wicked hop. Good job by Connor Dick keeping his body in front of the ball. Keeps it in front of him. But it bounced off his shoulders a little too much. No chance to make a play.
Bruno.
Yeah, that's just tough luck right there for Connor Dick out there. Not normally do you get hops like that, and when you do, you just got to eat it like he did right there.
Yeah, not sure if that's going to be an infield hit or an E5. But either way, you got runners on first and second for Napa here in the top of the second. And now Chris Bruno, the second baseman, up at the plate, hitting .259 on the season. The beat set, and the pitch, swing and a miss by Bruno. And Dustin LeBeat is a kid that stays pretty calm out there. He's been in some jams before, and he really relies on his defense. So he's not going to do anything different, not going to press, going to keep trying to keep the hitters off balance. LeBeat set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss by Bruno.
And Bruno's just late on those fastballs right there. This will be interesting to see if LeBeat comes at him with another fastball or if he breaks off another one of his nasty curves.
All right, LeBeat looks in, gets his sign from Acosta. And the pitch. And this one is lifted foul over towards the Napa dugout, and just not enough room for Webster to get over there and make a play.
Not that big of a foul ground here either at Billy and Louise Yarbrough Stadium. So a foul ball like that is going to get out of play more often than you'd see in bigger stadiums.
Not like what we see at the Oakland Coliseum.
ODOT
Tons of foul
huge.
ground there.
Never safe hitting a foul ball there.
All right, here we go. LeBeat set. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Bruno. Low and away for a ball. Pretty much going to see that most of the time from any Solano pitcher on an 0-2 count.
Yeah, 0-2 low and away. Nothing wrong with that right there. That's a good pitch, and that's something that Coach Stover really likes to call a lot.
All right, LeBeat set. Takes a look at the runner at second, and the pitch, and weak swing by Bruno. No luck there, so LeBeat gets out of the mini jam with a big strikeout. He's got 2 Ks for the game. We're heading to the bottom of the second, no score. Hi everybody, Greg Poff here in the Solano College Sports Network studios, and we sure hope you're enjoying today's special game broadcast. And if you're interested in a career in sports broadcasting, or you would like to take one of our sports broadcasting courses here at the college, you can easily find them listed in the SCC schedule of classes under Communication Studies. Come on over to our TV studio in room 121 and check us out. Be a part of the Solano College Sports Broadcasting team. We're here at SCSN. It's more than just sports. It's an education. All right, so getting things started for the Falcons here in the bottom of the second will be right fielder Darian Evans. He'll be followed by designated hitter Briar Litz and Jacob Pavlovsky. So Fernandez on the hill, second inning of work. Did have that walk in the first inning, but that's it so far. Evans steps in, he's set, and he lays down a bunt. It gets to the third baseman, Che. Long throw just in time to beat Evans.
Nice arm over there at third base, too.
Yeah, I think Evans just hit that, bunted that a little bit harder than he wanted to. That got to the third baseman. If he just lays that down so it's a little softer, I think Evans beats that out because Chait was playing deep on that play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chait's still pretty deep over there at third as well.
So good idea by Evans. The first pitch catches the outside corner to Briar Litz, the designated hitter. Litz, another one of those talented freshmen for the Falcons this year and getting more and more playing time. Next pitch, and this is lifted into right field, hit pretty deep, but Fitzpatrick gets back there, settles under it, and makes the catch. So 2 batters quickly retired here in the bottom of the second. And now Jacob Pavlovsky coming up to the plate.
Left fielder, number 18, Jacob Pavlovsky.
Pavlovsky hitting .267, the sophomore out of Abernathy High School. Fernandez pitch, that's a beauty. Right at the outside corner, good velocity there by Fernandez.
He's been very consistent so far today.
Fernandez out of the windup, that one high. Hat almost comes off there. That shows you how hard this kid throws.
That and the wind also.
And here's the pitch by Fernandez. Fouled back out of play. Pavlovsky, big rip on that one. Just a little behind that fastball.
Yeah, he takes big rips at pretty much everything up there. He's got a lot of power.
Well, with the velocity from Fernandez, if he gets a hold of one, that ball can carry. All right, Fernandez set, out of the windup, and the pitch just inside. Good eye there by Pavlovsky. So that'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Fernandez set, and the pitch, and Pavlovsky rips it back to Fernandez, hits right into his glove. Look what I found. Flips it over to the first baseman, Davison, and that'll do it for the Falcons. Quickly 3 up, 3 down at the end of 2 innings of play. No score.
It's the top of the 3rd inning here. As we have the top third of the lineup as it's Andrew Wheat, Sam Davidson, and Ignacio Diaz here for the Storm. It's had a pretty good pitching matchup so far today. Not too many balls hit hard and not too many balls being put in play in general.
And we've seen a lot of really well-pitched, well-played games here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. And looks like we're setting up for another one today.
Labitte throwing a beauty so far, as well as Fernandez. Labitte comes set, kicks, fires. Little half swing, just a little bit outside, so ball 1.
And Andrew Wheat, who's up at the plate, the younger brother of Ryan Wheat, who played for the Falcons, actually played shortstop for the Falcons in 2012.
Just a little bit low and outside there. So quickly, it's 2-0 to Austin Wheat.
Andrew Wheat out of Benicia, just like his older brother Ryan.
That pitch is right there at the belt for strike 1. Wheat grounded softly to Lenny in his first at-bat.
Wind picking up a little bit more, really blowing from right to left.
Just swung on, hit to Lenny at second base. Tough hop for Lenny, eats him up a little bit, throws to Webster at first base for out number 1. It's a couple of tough hops we've seen so far today, not going the Falcons' way either.
But what the Falcons are doing, we saw this with Connor Dick, we've seen it with Webster on the throw from Acosta over to first, and we see it with Lenny. They do a really good job of getting their bodies in position. So if they do miss it with the leather, they block it with the body, keep it in front. That's just sound, fundamental defensive play.
And the first pitch taken high for ball 1. Sam Davidson now up at the plate. So he hit that shot up the middle in his first at-bat that was fielded nicely by Labitte. And the pitch taken, strike 1.
So once again, we're seeing the generous strike zone, but that's okay. Home plate umpire Jeff Dugmore, consistent today so far on the calls, and that's all you can ask from a home plate umpire.
And the 1-1. Swung on, hit out to left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. He's rounding first, and he's going to stay there at first base. So that's a 1-out base hit for Sam Davidson.
And there you see the speed by Joey Dodson, able to get over there quickly. And because I thought that ball was going to get by both fielders, get to the fence, but Dodson with outstanding speed, again, very fundamentally sound defensive unit for these Falcons, gets over there, cuts it off, able to hold the runner at first. Nice play by Joey D out in center field.
That's going to bring up the catcher, Ignacio Diaz, singled in his first at-bat. Labitte comes set, fires, taken right there for strike 1.
Yeah, and Labitte doing a good job of really taking advantage of the outside part of the plate, and he's been pounding that consistently thus far in this afternoon's ball game.
Yeah, he's done a great job of hitting that outside zone, and it's been working so far. A couple of ground balls to Josh Lenny at second base. Back throw by Acosta, safe.
Pretty good throw there by Ian Acosta.
Yeah, Acosta, a guy who's not ever going to back down from a challenge. If a guy is over there getting too comfortable over there at first base, he's always going to try that little back pick. Labitte staring in, getting the sign from Acosta. Comes set. Looks over at the runner. Fires. Curveball. That's fouled back. 1-2 now the count.
Boy, nice movement on that pitch, and you can really see the movement on the ball from our camera out in center field. Of course, Casper doing a great job out there on the camera, our ghost camera. No one operating that today, but it does give you a good shot. You can really see the pitches as they come over the plate.
Sometimes Casper's the best cameraman as well out there.
That's right.
Diaz is going to call time, take a couple of hacks outside the zone. And when a pitcher's taking his time out there on the mound, that's what you have to do. You can't let him sit there and play his mind games right there. Labitte comes set. Kicks, fires the 1-2. Big curveball, just a little bit inside. Good pitch there. It's 2-2 now.
Yeah, just didn't quite come back over and catch enough of the inside part of the plate to get the call by home plate umpire Jeff Dugmore.
Labitte taking his time out there on the mound, too. Not going to rush anything out there. And the 2-2 swung on, fouled back. This count stays even at 2.
Boy, and you really see Labitte in this at-bat working both sides of the plate. Came inside on the last pitch, that one away, took a little bit off that pitch. So again, Labitte, his real strength is just keeping the batters off balance up at the plate.
He's not afraid to go inside if you're crowding the plate a little bit. He's not afraid to hit you outside either.
Yeah, we really saw that with the strikeout of Chris Bruno to end that mini rally back in the top of the second.
Here comes the 2-2. Labitte checks the runner. Curveball stays inside.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if the batter called time.
Yeah.
It looked like the umpire just said, I'm getting tired of waiting. I'm bailing here. Because the beat kind of looked at him like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, I guess they're not counting that as a pitch, so this count stays at 2-2. And the 2-2. Low and away in the dirt, so full count now to Ignacio Diaz, the catcher.
Boy, and Acosta, good job of keeping that ball in front of him, digging it out of the dirt. We've seen Acosta do that all year. Excellent defensive catcher.
Very solid defensively. He's not going to get many balls past him in the whole season, let alone in a game. And the 3-2, runner takes off. Strike three, and Acosta throws down, and that's a strike him out, throw him out for the Falcons as we head into the bottom of the third. Still no score. All right, so bottom of the third inning here. We have 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Falcons. It's Connor Dick, Ian Acosta, and then back up to the top with Joey Dodson.
Third baseman, number 23, Connor Dick.
You know, we've been talking about Solano being in a lot of close, well-played games. So far this season, they've been involved in 6 one-run games, 500 record, 3-3.
Pitch in there for strike one to Connor Dick. Not liking the call too much there. See a little frustration from Dick. In the 0-1. That one's taken low, ball one.
Good take there by Connor Dick, and nice to see Connor Dick getting a chance to play at third.
Yeah, a guy who's played well when he's got his chance so far this year. Hitting .286 heading into this game. So that's fouled back.
Yeah, Connor Dick, scrappy kid out of Vacaville. Didn't make the team last year, but boy, just worked even harder, made the team this year, and getting to see some playing time for Coach Stover.
That pitch is also fouled back, so count remains at 1-2.
That pitch was nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, Connor Dick, great job just hanging in there and getting a piece of that.
Another 1-2 from Fernandez. It's taken up and away for ball two. Connor Dick, another good kid. I grew up playing baseball with him. Played in his little league across town for me. We would play in city championship games. Another guy who is always top talent on the team. So that's hit foul again. So the count will remain at 2-2. So that's a third foul ball hit in a row by Connor Dick.
Yeah, I had Connor in one of my speech classes. I think it was his first semester. Real likable kid.
Yeah. And the 2-2 taken away. Ball three, so good at bat here to start off the third for Connor Dick.
Yeah, nice battle here between Connor Dick and Fernandez. And Connor Dick, he's just not a kid that's going to back down.
Oh, never.
He's going to hang in there. Ooh.
And that is just a bit outside, so an 8-pitch walk as the Falcons are in business here with the runner on first and nobody out with Ian Acosta due up at the plate.
Yeah, Connor Dick just barely able to keep his wrist from breaking and going around. That was close. At first, I thought the home plate umpire was going to call him out, but he thought better of it, referred to first base. Out on the field, Ron Adams, of course, with the better angle, and Connor Dick awarded the bag. So leadoff walk for the Falcons here, trying to get something going. Bottom of the third, no score.
Interesting call from the home plate umpire. Kind of issued him first base. Looks like it could have been a strikeout
yeah,
call.
I almost thought he was calling out.
Acosta, very good bunters. That's thrown back. Nothing going on there.
It almost looked like one of those, you're out, maybe I'm not quite sure, I'll just point.
You decide what I call. Costa gets the bunt down. It's a high chopper.
That's going to be trouble.
Fernandez. Oh, and that's going to get past him. So Connor Dick able to move over to the third base. The runner's at first and third here. And that's thrown away as well. So that's going to be a run score for the Falcons as Ian Acosta is going to move up to second. What a bad decision there from the first baseman. Ball already got thrown away. You don't want to make it worse, and that's what he did right there.
Yeah, all the way around, and of course Fernandez. And, you know, it almost looked like he was going to hold up and eat the ball, but he thought, you know what, I think I could get him at first. And he just never had a chance to set his feet and make a proper throw. Throws it in the dirt, gets by Davison, and then Davison compounds the problem by airmailing it over the third baseman's head. Falcons on the board first here.
That's just a mess of a play right there for the Storm right there. You have to eat that ball right there. You can't make it any worse than it's already been by giving the runner third base as well as first also. It's the first pitch here to Joey Dodson. Dodson showing bunt, pops that bunt up. Strike one.
Boy, we've seen this with the bunt attempts. We saw it with Acosta because really the velocity's coming so hard when he bunted it. It shot down, hit the dirt, and flew up in the air, which really allowed him time to get down to first. And I think that would probably go as an infield hit for Acosta.
Yeah.
Then the air gets Connor Dick to second, and then the air by Davison gets Connor Dick to third and home.
Dodson still showing bunt, the 0-1. Dodson fouls, tried to pull it back and get it back.
I would not want to bunt against this guy.
Oh, I would not either. That's trying to bunt with the guy who's throwing this hard is no tough task. You see Joey Dodson cracking off a little smile right there.
And that ball's just flying off the metal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got a guy that's throwing this hard. I mean, we have no radar gun or anything, but if I had to guess, he's throwing at least mid-90s right here.
I think Dodson's happy. He's got 2 strikes now. He can swing away.
And the 0-2, up and away, so ball one. Good eye by Dodson. Yeah, Dodson's the type of guy who always wants to get an RBI whenever he can, even with Josh Lenny in the on-deck circle. He wants to be the hero. Long look in here for Fernandez. Come set, back pick here. Costa's able to get back just in time. It's going to come set again for a 1-2.
He even throws hard when he's trying to pick off a runner.
Oh, yeah. You're never going to, if you throw that hard at the plate, you're not going to lob it back over there.
And Bruno, good job. That throw was a bit errant. He had to go across the bag and keep that ball from getting into center field. As hard as Fernandez throws, that might get all the way to the center field fence.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Dodson strikes out. The first strikeout on the day for Fernandez. So
yeah, that ball
out.
definitely out of the zone, but Joey just couldn't lay off. That was a little bit outside and away. Good velocity, and Dodson just couldn't get close to it.
Now Josh Lenny coming up to the plate. Walked on 4 straight pitches in his first at-bat, so looking to pick up his 19th RBI on the year. Good opportunity here for Lenny and the Falcons to push this run across and build that lead to even more. First pitch, taken high, ball 1.
Good eye there by Lenny. And Falcons being pretty patient against Fernandez, making him throw a lot of pitches.
That's what you have to do when you have a guy who's this dominant. Doesn't really walk a lot of batters, but they're gonna work him deep into the count and see as many pitches as they possibly can. Back pick again. Acosta's back safe. Keeping a close eye over there on Acosta. You see a big gap between the first baseman and the second baseman. That's right where Lenny likes to hit the ball a lot of the times, too. We'll see him just poke it right there, and sometimes that's the best thing you can do, is just hit it not as hard as you can, but right where no one is. And the pitch, that's hit out to the center fielder. Andrew Weed out there to make the play. Acosta not going to tag up. So we have 2 outs here for Alvaro Rubalcaba.
Yeah, letter high fastball there, and Lenny got a good rip. Just didn't quite get all of it. Got under it just a tad. Boy, if he hits that cleanly, though, with Fernandez velocity, that ball would take a ride, but just ends up a pretty routine fly ball to center field.
Now Alvaro Rubalcaba coming up, hitting to a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Looking to pick up this second run of the inning, a second run of the game here for the Falcons. Acosta, even though he's a catcher, he's still got good speed, though. He's not the typical slow, oversized catcher. First pitch taken up at the eyes.
Yeah, absolutely right. Acosta doesn't have the body type of someone you typically see as a catcher, but he's scrappy, and he has good speed, as you said.
It's just a smart baseball player, too. He knows when he needs to advance on a ball in the dirt, especially being a catcher. That's something that you learn a lot, is to read a ball like that. The 1-0. So that's hit back up the middle, and that's going to get through a base hit. Acosta coming home. We're going to have a play at the plate here. Cut off there by first baseman Sam Davidson. That's going to be an RBI single for Alvaro Rubalcaba. 2-0 our score now.
So Rubalcaba comes through. Fernandez just left that one in the zone, and Rubalcaba just drove it out into left center field. Thought there might be a chance at the plate for Napa, but Davison cuts it off, so no chance to see what happens. I think Lenny does get in, but I think it could have been close.
Yeah, I think Acosta still gets it on that, and I think the reason Davidson cut that off
the runner at first.
Exactly, so Alvaro doesn't advance to second, and that's a close throw-over, quick throw-over as well from Mateo Fernandez. Garland Webster now up at the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. That's a hit and run. That's going to be a base hit. Alvaro Rubalcaba heading to third base, so runners are going to first and third there as the Falcons are in business yet again. Runners at first and third with 2 outs.
Boy, and there you just see the advantage of having speed on the base pass. Rubalcaba with an excellent jump, and that ball was hit hard, so Fitzpatrick, he's running up. He's got some momentum behind him, and pretty good throw to third, but Rubalcaba, just too good of a base runner, too fast, gets in under the tag, and now runners at the corners for the Falcons, trying to add to their 2-0 lead here over Napa.
And Rubalcaba hesitated coming around second as well, and he was still able to beat that out, so that's just what speed does for you out there on the base paths. 2 outs, runners on first and third. 2-0 our score. Falcons up. Bottom of the third inning here. Darian Evans up at the plate. Darian squares around a bunt, pulls it back. The runner takes off. As that's going to score a run for the Falcons as Garland Webster does exactly what he needed to do.
I don't even know if Chris Bruno ever saw the runner come home, never looked at home. We've seen Solano do this play a lot, and usually it ends up with someone getting thrown out at the plate, but it works against Napa. Boy, big inning for the Falcons, Jake.
Yeah, Falcons strike for 3 as we head into the top of the 4th inning.
Hey everybody, Stosh Morty here with the Solano College Sports Network, where I've had the privilege of being your sports play-by-play broadcaster for the past couple years at Solano. And it wasn't until I came to Solano Community College where I actually found a new passion and a career path when I stumbled upon COM 75, Professor Greg Poff's class. I bounced around out of high school. I had a couple different odd jobs here and there and didn't really have a career path until I stumbled upon this class. And ever since then, I found there's actually a career path in sports broadcasting, not just by being a broadcaster, working in front of the camera, but also working behind the scenes with our TriCaster systems, doing directing and producing, and also working behind a camera. This has been a great experience for me. Found me a career path which I was lost, and now I am found. And it all thanks to COM 75 and here at the Solano College Sports Network.
All right, so top of the 4th inning here, 3-0 our score.
Inning off the
Falcons
top of
strike
the
for
fourth
3 in the
Napa.
bottom of the 3rd inning.
DH, Cameron
So
Taylor.
we have 4, 5, 6 coming up for Napa. It's Cameron Taylor, Cole Chait, and Austin Fitzpatrick out there. And the first pitch from LeBeat, taken low and away, ball 1.
Boy, look at the Falcon outfield playing very deep for Mr. Taylor. And why wouldn't you? This guy can rake.
And the pitch just a bit outside. Close pitch, though, 2-0.
Fans not too happy. We've kind of gotten used to that big strike zone by Doug Moore. Maybe he's bringing it in just a tad.
Yeah, maybe after they stroke for 3 in the last inning, maybe shrink it up a little bit there. That's big swing and a miss right there from Cameron Taylor.
And Cameron Taylor, big boy, 6'2", 215 pounds.
And the pitch, that's hit, and that's going to be a base hit. So the Storm have a leadoff base runner, start off the top of the 4th inning, looking to strike back and even the score a little bit here.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want, and we were talking about this earlier in the broadcast. It really looked like the way both pitchers started that runs were going to be at a premium. But Napa really gave 3 gift runs to the Falcons. Napa trying to see if they can cut into that 3-0 lead here in the top of the 4th.
And it all starts with that walk by Connor Dick in the bottom of the 3rd inning. If they don't get that call, Falcons
changes that whole inning.
Oh yeah. And the first pitch, squares around the bunt, pulls it back. So that's gonna be ball 1. Cole Chait up at the plate. Chait hitting .217 on the year, 9 RBIs, 8 walks. So they're going to try to push a runner into scoring position here. It's still early in the game, so they don't need to be forcing anything, and they can afford to get a run or 2 here. So that's strike 1 right there.
Good pitch by LeBeat, right at the knees there.
You know, if you're Napa right now, you don't need to push across all 3 runs in 1 inning. By trying to do that, that's when you're going to get into trouble. Just chip away at that lead, and eventually something's got to give. So now the 1-1. Chait squares around a bunt. Curveball. Good
Beauty.
pitch right there. Wow. 1-2 now.
And, you know, this Napa team, I mean, this is a hot team coming in. Like we said at the top of the broadcast, since February 5th, they are 14-4.
Yeah,
they started off with 3 losses at Santa Barbara, 3 in a row. But, boy, since then, this team has been one of the better teams in Northern California.
Pitch is low in the dirt. Costa able to keep it in front of him. So that's going to bring our count even at 2.
And that's what pitching will do for you. Napa, you know, the community college teams that do really well have 3 excellent starting pitchers, and that's hard to come by on the community college level. But Napa, they have 3 solid starters, and it's been paying dividends for them.
And the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So LeBeat really hitting that low outside corner right there. It's the 2nd strikeout he's had on that low outside fastball today. So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Austin Fitzpatrick.
Well, I think LeBeat heard me talking about the Napa pitchers. He goes, we got some guys that can throw here too, and proved it on that pitch.
Oh, yeah. He's a guy who's always going to hit his zones. He's never going to miss very badly when he does miss. He's going to miss maybe a little low, maybe a little outside, a little inside. Doesn't miss high too often. Doesn't bounce a lot of balls in the dirt either. First pitch to Fitzpatrick. Strike 1.
Yeah, LeBeat's been solid all year. Earned run average under 3.
Fitzpatrick struck out in the 2nd inning.
Nate Janest has been solid for the Falcons. He's been their Saturday pitcher. And then Dylan Dumape.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
As number 3 has been pitching pretty well, the lefty out of Rodriguez.
And the pitch, big curveball fouled away at the plate. So 0-2 to Austin Fitzpatrick.
Dumape did take the loss on Tuesday, but just gave up 3 runs. You know, typically what he's going to do out there, he's going to keep you in the game, and that's what you want from your starter.
You don't necessarily need a guy who's going to give you 7 shutout innings. You need a guy who's going to keep you in the game all the time.
Especially with the Falcons bullpen. They got a lot of guys that can come out of the pen.
The 0-2 runs high and away. Ball 1.
So as a starter, you just got to keep it close. Keep your team in the game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the Falcons have such a deep bullpen that they don't have to get 7 or 8 innings out of their starter. You can get 6 innings and then get an inning out of Jay Wagner, an inning out of Chris Ross, an inning out of Peyton Tyler. These guys who are good for a few innings that you don't have to waste your starters. Big curveball fouled away again, so count will remain at 1-2.
And Adam Coates was their top guy out of the bullpen until he got dinged. Not sure if he's ready to come back yet. Certainly a guy out of the pen the Falcons can use, because I think up until his injury, he was the top guy out of the pen for the Falcons.
Yeah, their clear-cut closer who's going to come out and dominate the 9th inning.
He's a guy that he can give you 3-4 innings.
Yeah, he's not going to just be good for an inning. I'm good. If you need him to go out for 2 or 3, he's a go. Whenever he can, he's ready to ball. So that's hit hard to Lenny. Double play ball, 4-6. And that's all they're going to get is Rubalcaba bobbles it at second base. So 2 outs here.
Don't see that very often.
I think Rubalcaba just trying to go a little too fast right there.
Yeah, just on the exchange.
Winners.
Drop the ball. But Rubalcaba, showing his experience, doesn't try to make the great throw the ball away, and then you open the door for Napa, just like we saw happen in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, Rubalcaba is always going to make the smart play, never going to force anything out there. He's going to take what he can get out there. Hamish Witters up at the plate, singled in the top of the 2nd inning. And the pitch, just a little bit high, ball 1.
Witters, just a freshman, actually hails all the way from New Zealand. From Auckland, New Zealand.
A little bit of
Napa going international on us.
Both teams really going international.
Yeah, you got the guy from Germany.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if Labitte's from Germany. I know he played his high school ball in Germany. His dad was in the service. So a little international flavor going on here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
In the pitch. So that's rocked. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be runners at 1st and 2nd. Here with 2 outs. Hamish Witters with his 2nd hit of the day.
And Witters that time just went with the pitch, breaking ball, just lifts it out into left field.
Dallas Coda.
Dallas Coda now up at the plate, singled in his last at-bat. So single could prove costly here for the Falcons as they have a runner in scoring position. You just got to win every single inning out there. You can't let them give up 1 this inning, 1 the next inning, another. You have to stay consistent and come out, if you're the Falcons, come out in the bottom of the 4th and put up more runs, put more pressure on Napa.
Keep the line moving, as Tommy Pavesi, one of the assistant coaches for the Falcons, used to say.
So that ball's right in there for strike 1.
Decent crowd here on a Thursday afternoon. A little over a week away from spring break here at Solano Community College. Of course, no break for the Falcons. They'll be playing ball through spring break.
When you mentioned spring break, that also means opening day for Major League Baseball as well.
That's right. So it seems like it's starting a little bit later this year. It seems like the last couple of years there's been a few games in late March.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it was last year the Dodgers opened. I'm trying to forget where. It wasn't in the United States against the D-backs.
I think it was Japan.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And the pitch,
Oh,
curveball.
let's see if it went around.
Didn't go around, it looks like. So that's going to be ball 2.
So good job by Dallas Coda holding his water there. Almost went around.
Opening day coming up soon. Got a lot of good games coming up. I know myself, I'm going to opening day for the A's and the Rangers, and as well as the game a day later, Wednesday game where they're also playing the Rangers. So it's going to be a very fun spring break for myself.
Yeah.
Back throw there.
Nothing better than getting out to the ballpark on opening day.
Nothing. It's actually my first time going to opening day as well.
Yeah.
So looking for a lot of fun right there.
When I
Good week-long break, come back, finish out school, then summer's not too long away as well. And the pitch swung on a tip back into Acosta's glove, so 2-2 now the count.
Yeah, I remember when I first moved up here, 1996, went to the opening day, Oakland Athletics, and I just remember it was so crowded. I had to wait in line to get my big sausage, hot dog, everything set. I'm walking up to my seat. I tripped. That thing fell right on the floor. I didn't care. I put it half hour into it. I picked it up and ate it.
That's ball sky. Does Garland Webster's there to make the play? As that's going to be another good inning for the Falcons. So 3-0 Stiller scores. We headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. All right, so bottom of the 4th inning here. So we have 5, 6, 7 to up for the Falcons. Darian Evans, Briar Litz, and Jacob Pawlowski up.
Good look at the Solano dugout there.
Right fielder, number 28.
See Evans coming up to the plate, and then Briar Litz and Jacob Pawlowski there. And as you said in the last inning, Jake, Solano not content with 3 runs. They want to get more.
First pitch, a little bit of a slider right there for strike 1. Fooled Evans a little bit.
Yeah, another nasty pitch by Fernandez.
If he can continue to mix up his pitches like that, it's going to be very difficult for the Falcons to continue to score runs. That pitch is fouled back, 0-2 quickly.
Big cut by Evans. Again, they're just getting under that fastball just a tad.
If they can start to square that up a little more, it's going to be trouble for Napa Valley.
And Evans is a guy with his strength. Boy, if he can get a hold of one, he's going to give it a ride.
That ball bounces low in the plate, 1-2.
And Evans is a guy, I like his demeanor. He's going to battle. You see him digging in at the plate. He's just going, come on, give me the high, hard one. About letter high.
And the 1-2 from Fernandez.
Oh, that hit him.
Hit him.
And that's going to hurt.
That got the inside shin, too.
Yeah, I think it was just above the ankle. A good thing, it looked like that was a breaking ball. Not quite sure, might have been a slider, but boy, definitely don't want to take the fastball.
Briar Litz.
Yeah, that never feels good. It got his back foot, too. Usually it'll hit your front foot if you do, but Darian with a little bit of an open stance right there, so able to hit him and not where he has the shin guard. So he'll be feeling that one tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, definitely be a mark, and that's the 6th batter that Fernandez has hit on the year.
Throw over to first, keeping a close eye on Darian Evans over there. Briar Litz now up at the plate. He flew out to the right fielder in his last at bat.
You can tell Evans still a little ginger, but no, he takes off.
And that's going to be a stolen base there for Darian Evans as the ball gets past the catcher. It's one of the easiest stolen bases you'll see Evans get right there.
Yeah, definitely hit and run on Litz, big cut, and I think that cut kind of blocked the view of the ball just for a second. Also, you got Evans running, a lot going on for Diaz, and just couldn't secure the ball. I think that'll go as a pass ball.
Yeah, I would score it as a pass ball. Yeah. Briar Litz showing bunt early. Fernandez steps off the mound. Fernandez, even in that last inning when he gave up those 3 runs, 2 of those were unearned.
Yeah, 2 errant throws, really.
Yeah.
That was the difference in that inning.
Mm-hmm. And he never seemed to get flustered out there. He seemed to always have the game under his wing. And the pitch, that hits, looks like it hit Briar Litz as he went to square in and bunt it, so that's just going to be a foul ball.
Yeah, this guy is not very fun to try to bunt against. And, you know, back to Fernandez, too, just kind of watching him before the game, hanging out in front of the batting cage. Just seems like a real kind of loosey-goosey, easy-going guy. Really looks like he enjoys being out there on the mound.
And how could you not? We've got a beautiful day here. I mean, beginning of April, end of March, but...
And you throw about 80 plus.
Yeah, I mean, at least 80 plus. I mean, who can complain about that?
Yeah, that's going to be a balk.
So Darian Evans is going to advance to third, and that's going to be potentially costly here for Mateo Fernandez.
So really you look at Evans standing at third with nobody out, hit by a pitch, pass ball gets to second, balk gets to third, and so Napa really helping out the Falcons today.
Yeah, it's going to be something that is definitely going to come back to bite them later in the game if they can't come around and score a couple runs here soon. The pitch, Litz wisely lays off, so that pitch is low, 1-2.
Yeah, good patience by Litz. Looked like he was going to go around, then saw that ball dip down, and he held up his swing.
Throws a good, hard curveball, too. That pitch just a little bit outside, so the count draws even at 2.
So Evans at third. Wind has really died down. Looking out the flagpole now. Flag's not even moving.
It's gone from picking up and now back down as that pitch is fouled away. Picked up about the middle of the second inning, and now it's died back down to hardly anything right now.
Boy, I really like the way that Litz waits on the ball at the plate.
Fernandez comes set, kicks, fires. That's driven out to center field. Andrew Wheat can't make the play. That's going to get down, and Briar Litz is going to be in there with the stand-up double. So that's going to push a run across the board. 4-0 now our score.
Well, we kept wondering what would happen when someone got a hold of one of those fastballs, and we
out.
saw it there. And boy, and Andrew Wheat, he's got great speed out in center field, and he was flying back towards the fence. I think he lost that one in the sun as well. And it was interesting. As soon as that ball was hit, the wind picked up. You could see a gust of wind hit the flagpole. And so all kinds of trouble there for Andrew Wheat on a hard hit ball by Briar Litz. And as you said, Jake, another run home for the Falcons.
This is exactly what the Falcons needed to do in this bottom of the fourth inning. Come on, start piling up more and more runs until they can't take it anymore. You have to put this game out of reach before they have a chance to get back in it right now.
Yeah, and I just think this is such a big game for the Falcons. You know, I think this is really the first real important game of the season in the sense of its impact on the Bay Valley Conference standings. And we talked about this earlier. This game really determines who's going to win the overall series, especially for Napa.
Yeah, if Napa does come back and win this game, then Napa wins the season series against the Falcons. So the Falcons have to come out and win this game if they want to stay at one of the top teams in the Bay Valley Conference. Now the 0-1 to Jacob Pawlowski, the left fielder. Time was called there by Pawlowski, so no pitch.
Yeah, and you look at the Bay Valley Conference right now, you really got 4 teams that are right there in the mix. Of course, Marin, 9-2, Falcons, Napa, 8-3, but then Folsom Lake, they're at 8-5.
So that pitch is up at the eyes to the tall Pawlowski. It's ball 1.
And Los Medanos, even though the record doesn't reflect it yet, they're 4-7. They've got some good ball players. They can potentially make a run too, so don't count them out.
Fernandez comes set. Steps back off the mound. He's really taking his time up there. It almost seems like for every pitch he throws, he's going to at least give a look or make a move back at a runner right there.
And he shakes off a lot of signs, too, which typically you don't see a lot in community college baseball because most of the signs, even for the pitcher, are coming from the dugout. And so usually if you're shaking off a sign, you're shaking off the head coach.
And that's not the person you want to make mad either.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a Solano pitcher shake off a sign.
I know I sure wouldn't want to if I was out there pitching for Solano. Fernandez steps off again, so it's the second step off in a row for Fernandez. He's really making Pawlowski stand up there for a long time. Sets a little slider in there for strike 2.
Yeah, good pitch there by Fernandez. And, you know, Briar Litz at second. He's getting a pretty good lead. And he's another kid that has good speed. He was a pretty good high school running back in his football days. So he's got speed at second base. Boy, that's one thing with the Falcons. They have excellent speed this year.
Even when you look at the slower players on their team like Bo Siegel, they're not slow. They're still, at very least, they're average. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Pawlowski. Connor Dick now up at the plate.
Now batting, third baseman.
And that's the
23.
13th strikeout on the season for Jacob Pawlowski. Ties him with Darian Evans now. But he goes down swinging.
And the first pitch to Connor Dick. Squares around a bunt, gets it down. That's a good one. That's going to be a base hit. Runners at first and third with one out. Perfect bunt right there by Connor Dick.
Yeah, that was excellent. Just got to pass the pitcher and too slow for the shortstop, Coda, to come up. He's playing deep. And so excellent decision by the kid out of Vacaville.
Ian Acosta.
Ian Acosta, also out of Vacaville High School,
Yes.
up next. He singled and came around to score later in his first at-bat.
Now, Jake, is that where you went? Did you go to Vacaville High School?
I went to Wilsey Wood. Yeah, I played baseball with a lot of the people who played at Vaca High, Wood, and Vanden also. So all three of our schools in Vacaville, I know a lot of the kids on those teams still.
Well, all three of those schools have really produced a lot of good players for Solano Community College.
Costa tries to get the bunt down. It's going to go foul. A lot of young talent at those schools as well right now that are seniors and juniors even that are going to be coming up, potentially playing here at Solano next year. So it's a very exciting time right now for Solano. We have a lot of young talent on this team. We have 5 starters that are freshmen in the game today for them. And they're only going to get better next season.
And the Falcons have not won the Bay Valley Conference since 2011. 2012 didn't make the playoffs.
Costa fouls another bunt away.
2013, they finished, I believe, third, either third or second. I know Marin won the Bay Valley Conference, and then the Falcons actually played Marin in round 1 of the playoffs, beat them in just a thrilling playoff series, and then went on to the Super Regionals, and then 2014, kind of a down year for the Falcons. So Falcons looking to get back on top of the Bay Valley Conference.
And what better time than right now for the Falcons?
And they definitely have the team to do it.
1-2 now the count to Ian Acosta. And it seems really like this year, the biggest players, aside from Rubalcaba, are all freshmen. Joey Dodson, Garland Webster, Josh Lenny. All 3 of those guys are all freshmen, guys that are going to be big pieces to this team for the rest of the season and all of next year as well.
And they're already what I would call impact players. They're making an impact in just about every game.
They're doing something, whether it be with the glove, whether it be at the plate, or even running the bases, especially with Dodson. Guys who can do it all. Costa pokes that, and that's going to be a double play to end the bottom of the 4th inning. So Falcons strike for 1, 4-0 our score now.
Well, we certainly hope you're enjoying our broadcast today here on the Solano College Sports Network, and all kinds of ways you can contact us and watch our games. You can go to our Facebook page at Solano College Sports Network. You can catch us on YouTube at Solano College Sports Network, and also check us out on Instagram and Twitter at SCC_Falcons. Well, we've got another excellent game today. Falcons on top, 4-0 as we head into the top of the 5th inning, and Chris Bruno, the diminutive second baseman, will get things started for the Napa Valley Storm. First pitch by Labitte, a little bit outside, and Chris Bruno, kind of a local kid, lives in Vallejo, went to Hogan High School, but playing for Napa. Next pitch by Labitte, swing and a miss.
He's just behind that fastball right there. He's going to have to catch up to Labitte's fastball right now.
And we saw the same thing in his first at-bat when Labitte was able to strike him out. Here's a 1-1 pitch. This one lifted foul. Webster steps into foul territory, gets under it, and makes the catch. So that's 2 for Garland Webster. 2 for 1 today on those pop-ups over there. You're getting better and better each time, the freshman out of Armio.
Also no win this time, so that probably helps.
Makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, he really had to fight the win on that first one. So 1 up, 1 retired. Now we go back to the top of the lineup. Andrew Wheat, the center fielder, steps up. He'll be followed by Sam Davison. Here's the pitch by Labitte. Inside corner for a strike. So another good pitch by Labitte.'s just been working the corners today, and it's been paying off for him.
Something great to watch him, how he's throwing right now. It's just magical.
That pitch outside for a ball. Yeah, it's been really nice watching both these kids pitch with Fernandez for Napa, Labitte. 2 completely different styles, but 2 excellent pitchers for their respective squads. That one popped up behind us, out of play, and we are getting some action in the Napa Valley bullpen. And, you know, ever since Fernandez pitched that no-hitter on the 5th of March, he's struggled. He lost to Napa 15-0 in his next start. Also had 1 inning of relief, gave up a couple hits in that game. So that one in the dirt. That'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here, top of the 5th. Falcons up 4-0 here on the Solano College Sports Network. There you have a good shot of Labitte from our center field camera. And here's the pitch, and that's ripped back up the box, out into center field. And so a 1-out single by Andrew Wheat.
Good piece of hitting right there. Just didn't try to do too much with it, just drove it right back up the middle.
First baseman, Sam Davison.
And so Napa still scoreless in this game. We're in the 5th inning, but trying to get something going here. Leadoff runner aboard, and now Sam Davison comes up to the plate. Started the game hitting over 400. And he is 1 for 1. Had a single this last time up at the plate in the top of the third. So Labitte now out of the stretch. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Away for a ball.
And I'm sure right now Labitte's hoping he can get him to ground into a double play right here to get this inning over with. You get through 5 innings scoreless, that's when you know you had a really good game out there on the mound.
Well, to get a double play, it'll have to be a hard hit ball. Andrew Wheat very fast on the base pass and a throw over by Labitte. If Andrew Wheat's anything like his older brother Ryan, good speed. Ryan Wheat, one of the fastest kids when he played for Solano. And his older brother also was an excellent running back for Benicia back in his high school days. So little brother Andy at first base and a decent lead. Sam Davison at the plate. Home plate umpire Jeff Dugmore gets tired of waiting, calls time. Davison reaches down, grabs some dirt. And now we're ready. And here's the pitch. Takes a little off that one, inside. So now 2 balls, no strikes, and one of the few times that Labitte has been behind in the count.
Yeah, he's been getting ahead with the first pitch fastball, dropping off a big curve. He's just done everything to keep these batters off balance today.
That one swing and a miss. Went with the fastball outside corner. Davison way behind on that one. Yeah, and Labitte, not like Fernandez. He's not overpowering, but excellent command of his pitches. He's given up 6 hits in 5 innings, but he's been in control out there on the mound.
He's scattered those 6 hits as well. It hasn't been 2 hits here, 2 hits there. It's been a hit and inning.
Throw down by Acosta, close, but Wheat able to get back just in time. Acosta on that throw to the right side of the bag, gets it over a little bit closer to the bag, might have had a chance to get Wheat that time. So the count now 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first for Napa. Davison hitting over 400 at the plate. So big opportunity here for Napa to get something going. That time fouled back out of play. That was a pitch right at the knees. Good job by Davison going down and getting something and staying alive.
And right now, if you're Labitte, you have to get this out. With Ignacio Diaz in the on-deck circle, a lot of power right there, so you can't let him have a runner in scoring position.
And then you have Cameron Taylor. I mean, he's a guy that can, hit it out of the park. 3 home runs already on the season, and that's a lot for a community college baseball player. Ever since the change in the bats a couple years ago. That ball in the dirt, that's going to be ball 4. And so now Labitte here to start off the top of the 5th. Runners on first and second, nobody out. We're getting to the heart of the lineup for the Napa Valley Storm.
Ignacio Diaz.
Costa's going out there and just telling Labitte, just calm down, let's get this out, 1 out at a time. You don't have to try to do too much and do everything right now.
And now Coach Stover, he's going to take a trip out to the mound. Nobody up in the Solano bullpen, so we'll probably see a couple guys get down there in a hurry. And Stover, he's probably going to take his time out here, let someone get down to the bullpen. It looks like Adam Coates is trotting down there. It sure would be nice to see him pick up a mitt, but he might just be going down there to keep track of pitches. We'll see.
Also saw David Hostler headed down there as well.
Yeah, Hostler's probably going to be the guy, and he's usually one of the first guys out of the pen, and he's been solid this year.
So lefty and a righty warming up for the Falcons. It's just a righty is warming up for Napa.
Yeah, Coates has his glove, so yeah, he's warming up. That's a good sign for the Falcons.
It's a very good sign. When you have a closer that's that dominant, can give you more than 1 inning like we've talked about earlier in the broadcast, that's something that is special that you don't see very often.
Yeah, and with him being out, because he's a guy when he comes in, we talked about this before, he's not just going to pitch an inning. He'll go 2, 3, 4 innings. And so that's actually put a little bit more pressure on some of the other guys in the bullpen, pitching a little bit more than maybe they're used to. So nice to see Coates warming up. That pitch in the dirt. And so Ignacio Diaz stands in. Davison at first via the walk. Andrew Wheat with excellent speed at second. Nobody out here. Top of the fifth. Falcons up 4-0. LaBeat checks Wheat at second. Out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Just outside for a ball. Pretty good pitch there. You could see it from our center field camera. But no luck for LaBeat. Doesn't get the strike call by Doug Moore, the home plate umpire. So now LaBeat once again behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. LaBeat set. Here's the pitch. Right at the knees for a strike.
You know, while those are all close pitches that LaBeat is throwing right now, and he has to realize that if he's not getting that low and outside call, you can't keep throwing it then. You have to go to something that's getting called a strike.
Two-one pitch by LaBeat. And it's hit into center field. It's hit deep. Dodson going back. He's under it, and he's going to make the catch. And Andrew Wheat's going to scamper to third. Davison, he'll hold at first. So now runners on the corners with 1 out and strolling up to the plate. Probably the best power hitter for the Napa Valley Storm. Big Cameron Taylor coming up with 23 runs batted in on the season and 3 home runs. So you got the guy at the plate you probably want in this situation.
Right now, there's no one better up at the plate for Napa than this. The guy who's got 3 home runs, looking to pick up his 29th RBI on the year. That's crazy. 29 RBIs from a community college is not something you're used to seeing.
Yeah, and just a little over the halfway mark in the season. So, I mean, this kid could get up to 6, 7, maybe 8 bombs. That pitch just outside for a ball. So LaBeat doesn't seem to be getting the calls on the corners that he was getting earlier.
Maybe as the later innings start to roll around, the umpire shrinks his zone a little bit for both teams.
Getting hungry.
Oh, probably.
Working
yeah.
out here. All right, LaBeat set. Here you can see the action from our center field camera. There's a pitch, breaking ball over for a strike. That was a beautiful pitch by LaBeat, and he needed one. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that curveball's been excellent so far for LaBeat today. Just getting on top of it, getting a lot of late movement on it as well.
So we've had 2 fly balls in the inning, a pop-up to Webster, 1 hit deep to Joey Dodson, and a single and a base hit in between. Swing and a miss. And I should say a single and a walk in between. Big swing by Taylor comes up empty. And so now LaBeat ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big pitch right here. He'd like to get out of this inning right now unscathed, especially with Andrew Wheat standing at third.
This is a big out for LaBeat right here.
So LaBeat ready. And here's the pitch outside for a ball. Good pitch by LaBeat, working the outside part of the plate, trying to see if he could get Taylor fishing on that one. Taylor says nothing doing. Good take by the big designated hitter. Cameron Taylor, sophomore from Stockton, went to Bear Creek High School. Big opportunity for Mr. Taylor and the Napa Valley Storm right here. Takes a little off that one, and Taylor's going to foul this one out of play via the first base side of play. There you get a look at the Napa Valley Storm dugout. See one of the guys there had his rally cap on, then decided maybe it's a little too early, took it off. And
yeah, it's only the top of the 5th inning. I wouldn't if I were them.
A little premature maybe.
Yeah.
All right, LaBeat set. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's ripped, but Rubacaba gets under his glove, out into, and it gets by Pavlovsky. And so Weed, of course, scampers home, but that allows Davison to get all the way to third. And so that would have been a tough chance for Rubacaba. I think that'll go as a base hit, but then the ball gets by Pavlovsky and allows Davison to get to third.
Now batting, third baseman.
So
Cole
Napa
Jake.
on the board. Runners still at the corners. And an RBI base hit give Mr. Taylor 24 on the season. I think that's second in the Bay Valley Conference.
24 RBIs. Wow. And we're only about halfway done, too.
So now Cole Chait up at the plate, grounded out to Rubalcaba in the second, struck out against Labitte in the fourth, hitting .217 on the season. That pitch outside, way outside. And so that'll be ball one. 1 ball, no strikes here.
There's a big hole between the first and second baseman for the Falcons right here, too. And that's right where he ripped that single that turned out to be a double in the second inning.
That pitch outside again. And you know what Labitte's thinking? He's going, I was getting those calls earlier, not happening now. So Falcons desperately need an out here in this rally by Napa, up 4-1 here. Labitte said, here's the pitch to Chait. And that one catches the outside corner. That one looked a little bit low, but Labitte gets the strike call from Doug Moore.
It might just be a gimme call right there. After not giving him maybe a couple calls he thinking back on it should have been called. That's just, here you go. Sorry about that.
And Labitte says, I'll take it. I will gladly take it.
Give it to me again.
So if Cole Chait keeps the inning alive, Austin Fitzpatrick, the right fielder, in the on-deck circle for the Napa Valley Storm. Here comes a pitch, and this one's lifted into right field. Evans going over and dive. Can't make the catch. Foul ball, so everybody will go back. Nice effort by the sophomore out of Rodriguez. Actually made a dive, got his mitt on the ball, just couldn't secure it as he tumbled to the ground.
That's a tough play for Evans to make right there. And thankfully it wasn't foul ground, so it's not the end of the world if he doesn't make it.
And it was slicing away from him as well. As you're going, I think I'm getting there, I think I'm getting, it just keeps going away. Good effort, though, by Evans. Would have been a huge play, though, if he makes that catch for the Falcons, get him out of this inning. All right, deuces wild. Here's the pitch, and this one's hit to Rubalcaba. He's got it. He's just going to flip to Lenny, and that will do it, but not before Napa finally on the board at the end of 4.5 innings of play. Falcons up over the Napa Valley Storm, 4-1. All right, folks, here we go. Bottom of the fifth. And Mateo Fernandez still on the hill. We saw some action in the bullpen in the previous inning, but Napa able to scratch a run on the board. Could have got more, but Labitte able to get out of another jam. Boy, he's gotten out of a lot of jams this year. And so now Joey Dodson getting things started for the Falcons. He'll be followed by Josh Lenny and then Alvaro Rubalcaba.
And that last ball that was hit at Rubalcaba in the top of the fifth inning, that's not an easy play to make, but he's not going to make two mistakes like that in one game.
Yeah, stayed with it, made the flip to Lenny, got him out of the inning. Here's a pitch by Fernandez. Dodson lays down a bunt. Fernandez gets over there, makes a better throw this time, and he just barely gets the speedy Dodson, even though the Solano fans are not happy with that call.
A lot of displeasure from the Falcons fans right here over some calls that Labitte's getting and that play right there. Good job, though, by Dodson to just barely not being able to make that out.
And that was a nice play by Fernandez. Actually fielded it on the run, little spin move, and a more accurate throw that time beats Dodson. So Lenny steps in. He's going to face Fernandez, breaking ball, and that's over for a strike. Looked a little bit low, might have got over the knees before it dipped down, but certainly Coach Stover doesn't think so.
And nor do the fans here either. It seems like every call they're having something to say.
And that's hit by Lenny. Bruno goes over. He's able to get it, but no chance to make the throw to get the speedy Lenny. So Lenny infield hit there.
Now batting.
Yeah, Bruno just too much momentum going towards the ball by the time he was able to secure it. Just no chance to stop, plant, and get anything on that throw.
I think the only person who can make a play like that is named Derek Jeter.
So Lenny at first. Rubalcaba takes the first pitch, a little bit outside for a ball.
A good eye right there by Rubalcaba, not to try to do too much with that. The right fielder's not playing too close to the line, so he might try to shoot something right over there, get a double out of it.
That was a high fastball, looked like it was outside. Rubalcaba went for it the last minute, fouls it out of play, so that'll even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think the hit and run was on right there as Lenny was taking off as well, so good job by Rubalcaba to at least get something on that to where it's not swing and a miss and thrown out.
That's the second time he's done that with Lenny on a hit and run. That went just outside. Fernandez bringing the heat on that pitch. Rubalcaba, big hit last time up. Got the Falcons on the board with a big RBI single. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A little bit off that one. Over for a strike. Good pitch by Fernandez.
Fernandez seems like right now he's really kind of sinking into his zone right now, whipping off some wicked curves right now and throwing a little bit of everything.
Not much of a lead by Lenny, but there he goes. Hit and run on again, and that time Rubalcaba, nice job of hitting. Hits it to the right side. No chance for Davison to do anything, and so Rubalcaba does his job, moves the runner over to second, and now 2 outs coming up to the plate, Garland Webster.
Garland Webster.
So Webster, base hit RBI last time up at the plate, 1 for 1 in the game. Webster comes into this afternoon's game hitting .301. And now he's got a runner in scoring position with Lenny at second, takes the first pitch. That looked like a belt-high fastball, over for a strike.
That's normally a pitch you'll see Webster go after too, but, you know, he must be sitting waiting for something different then.
Yeah, Falcons have been pretty patient with Fernandez. That time, boy, that was a little high. Webster went after it and fouls this out of play.
Now down 0-2, Webster's going to have to really focus to try to drive this run home to get that run back that they gave up in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, he's going to have to choke up just a bit more, especially with the guy that throws as hard as Fernandez, and just try to protect the plate. Try to keep this inning alive for the Falcons. Fernandez out of the stretch. Big lead by Rubalcaba. Breaking ball. Good job by Webster to stay alive. Gets it. It's going to be a tough play, and that time Fernandez just ate the ball. He's asking home plate umpire Doug Moore if that ball went foul. But Fernandez not very persuasive, and the reason why, ball wasn't foul, son.
Maybe he needs to take one of your classes.
Yeah. So now You've got runners on first and second. Lenny actually stayed at second. Coach Stover having a chat with Darian Evans, and now that little meeting through. Head coach Bob Fresky coming out and having a little chat with home plate umpire Jeff Dugmore. I didn't think that ball was even close to going foul.
I didn't either.
I mean, he picked it up. It was still in the grass. Didn't even get in the dirt by the foul line.
I think Fernandez might have thought that it would have bounced foul before it would have continued to roll like that.
All right, so Darian Evans steps in. Evans hit by a pitch his last time up. That pitch, breaking ball just outside. Evans grounded out to third, his first time up, so Evans 0 for 1, looking for his first hit in the game, and he's a guy that's just been coming on as the season has progressed. Comes into this afternoon's game hitting .274 on the season. Here's a pitch by Fernandez, swing and a miss by Evans. He was looking to do damage on that swing, comes up empty.
Yeah, big hack right there from Evans. Looking to do more than just a little bloop base hit right there.
I felt a little breeze from that swing back here.
Yeah, maybe that's where the wind's about to start picking up from, whenever Darian Evans takes a swing.
Pretty warm afternoon here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium at Solano Community College in the city of Fairfield, California. I don't know, probably mid to upper 70s. Fernandez set, here's the pitch, breaking ball, hit right to the first baseman, hits him in the shoulder and bounces into right field. Here comes Lenny, and he's gonna score all the way from second. Webster at third, and Darian Evans on a sharply hit ball right to Davison. Just a tough chance for Davison, took a wicked hop, went right off his shoulder and then rolled behind him out into right field. And Davison, he's going to have a bruise on his shoulder. Evans got all of that one. That was a sharply hit grounder and gets a run home for the Falcons. They now lead 5-1.
Oh, yeah, nothing you can do right there for Davidson. Takes a wicked hop like that. You just got to take it and wear it like a man right there.
So that's going to be a base hit RBI for Darian Evans. Garland Webster. Excellent base running, and Webster's another guy that really has good speed, able to get all the way to third, so runners on the corners as Brierlitz steps in. That ball high, way out of the zone.
Brierlitz right here has got to look to drive something in a hole. It looks like the middle infield is in a little bit right now. Shortstop, second baseman coming in a little bit more than typical. So you just got to try to drive something where you find a hole.
Yeah, big opportunity for the Falcons. They could really break this game open right here with one swing of the bat. Throw over, but Evans back easily. And I was watching Evans as he was running down to first base. Looked like there were no ill effects of that pitch he took on the ankle a little bit earlier in today's game. Throw over again.
Evans is a guy who doesn't have a lot of stolen bases on the year, but he still has a lot of speed, though. He just doesn't usually translate that over to stolen bases.
Here's a pitch in the dirt low. Litz went around. Good job holding up. That's the second time Litz has been able to do that. Looked like he was going around, able to check his swing at the last minute. You have to have strong wrists to be able to do that.
Oh, yeah. Some of the strongest men in baseball can't even do that.
All right, Fernandez trying to keep his team in it here. And that pitch fouled off of Litz's foot, out of play. And so Litz, another pretty good battle here against Fernandez. Litz had that RBI double back in the fourth. Flied out to center field in the second. So Litz, 1 for 2 with an RBI, can add to that right here. That pitch inside.
A good at-bat right here for Litz. Not swinging at anything. That pitch a little inside. The one before that, a nice pitch. But he's not going to sit up there and chase balls out there.
And an opportunity for the Falcons. They might try to run that play again where Evans takes off like he's running, and you got Webster with good speed at third. That pitch a little bit high for a ball. So now bases are full, and strolling up to the plate, big Jacob Pavlovsky.
Now batting.
So this inning started with an attempt by Joey Dodson to get on with the bunt, and that was close. And now there's going to be a meeting on the mound. We'll see if that's going to be it for Mateo Fernandez. Don't know if he's going to come out because Napa just now getting some action in the bullpen. Number 21 is warming up. That's Matt Rodeker, but he's going to need a little bit more time to get ready. So Pavlovsky 0 for 2, grounded back to the pitcher, back in the second, and struck out swinging in the fourth against Fernandez.
Pavlovsky's got to come up here. Hasn't done much up at the plate. Got to look to drive something right here. One swing of the bat right here can make up for all of that.
Trying to drive something there, but comes up empty. Pavlovsky, big athletic player, just looks like a ball player. That pitch swing and a miss. Might have got a piece of that, but right into the glove of Diaz. So Pavlovsky quickly in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if he chokes up a little bit, tries to protect the plate. Nope. He's going for it. All right, here's the pitch. That went way high.
And you got to throw that high when you throw it above Pavlovsky's head up there.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, Pavlovsky goes about 6'4", maybe 6'5", just a big kid. All right, base is full. Here's the pitch, and it's hit into right field. Fitzpatrick going back, settles under it, and able to make the catch. So that'll retire the Falcons, but not before they get another run on the board at the end of 5 innings of play. Falcons up over Napa 5-1. All right, we're ready to get things started here in top of the 6th inning. Getting things started will be Austin Fitzpatrick after making that nice catch out in right field to retire the Falcons in the bottom of the 5th inning. He'll be followed by Hamish Witters and then Dallas Coda. So Napa got a run in the top of the 5th. Falcons got it back. Labite set, pitch at the knees for a strike.
That's a good sign right there for Labite. Comes out after having a little trouble finding the strike zone in the last inning to fire his first pitch strike right there. Good job right there.
Next pitch, a little bit outside, took a little off that breaking ball. And now, too, plenty of time for the Falcon bullpen to get ready. A couple guys throwing, still looks like Coates is down there, and David Hostler. Labite ready. That went outside for a ball, so that'll make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Feels like the wind's picking up a bit, but hardly any movement with the flags out in left center field. Next pitch, just outside. Good job by Fitzpatrick. Looked like he was going to go around on that, thought better of it. Good decision. And here's a pitch by Labitte. At the knees for a strike. So the count now full. Austin Fitzpatrick, another kid that grew up pretty close to Solano. In Benicia, went to St. Patrick's High School. That pitch swing and a miss. So count was full. Labitte pitch looked like it was below the knees out of the zone, but gets Fitzpatrick to swing, and he goes down swinging. That'll be the first out here in the top of the sixth. And now coming up the left fielder, Hamish Witters, who's 2 for 2 in today's game.
He's a guy who hasn't been starting every game, but when he has, he's been doing a good job, really.
That pitch catches the outside corner. Labitte's a little happier with the calls he's getting from Doug Moore in this inning. I'm getting that outside part of the plate back. All right, Labitte looks in. He's set out of the windup, and the pitch. A little too far outside to get the call that time. That'll even the call at 1 ball, 1 strike. There you see a good shot at Dustin Labitte. Out of the windup, and the pitch a little bit low for a ball. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast here on the Solano College Sports Network, your home for Solano Sports. Labitte set, next pitch. Outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's just lived on that outside corner so far today, and even when he's not getting that call, he's still not afraid to back down from that.
Let's see if he comes inside now on Witters with the 2-2 pitch. And this one's lifted into center field. Dodson's there. He's going to have to fight the sun, but settles under it and makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down here. Top of the 6th, and now coming up, Dallas Cota, the shortstop.
Now batting.
Cota aboard
Dallas
via an
Cota.
air. I gave Connor Dick an air on that play. I know you gave him a hit. And flied out, actually a pop-up to Garland Webster back in the 4th. So Dallas Cota, 0 for 1, steps in. 2 outs here. Labitte set and the pitch, low and outside for a ball.
I'm still not sure how to score that ball that he hit in the 2nd inning right there. That was a hard hit ball. Could go either way, really.
Community college. It's in Little League. That would have been a tough play. I think if you ask Connor Dick, he's going to say, I should have made that play. Next pitch, just a tad outside. So 3 balls, no strikes. Dallas Cota trying to keep this inning alive. Here's the pitch. That one right over for a strike. Dallas Cota coming into the game, hitting .254. Next pitch by Labitte. It's a chopper. Rubalcaba there. Vacuum's got it. Low throw, but Webster. Oh, I like this freshman out of Armio. Great job digging that one out of the dirt. Don't worry, Rubalcaba. I got you, baby. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, Falcons still up 5-1. Well, Jake, they were playing our song, I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day. And we got a party here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium as the Falcons head into the bottom of the 6th, 5-1, leading over the Napa Valley Storm. So Fernandez still on the hill for the Napa Valley Storm. And coming up to the plate, Connor Dick steps in to face him. First pitch, and this one's lifted into center field. Ryan Wheat's got to come in. Shortstop second baseman Bruno going out, makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch. We got to get this kid on the gridiron with that catch.
Yeah, get him to play some slot wide receiver out there. It'd be interesting to see him.
So Bruno's been pretty solid there at second base. Goes out and makes a difficult catch look pretty easy. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th, and now coming up to the plate, the catcher, Ian Acosta. So Ian Acosta, bunt single back in the 3rd, grounded into a double play to end the rally in the 4th. Acosta set, breaking ball in the dirt. Might have been a slider. Whatever it was, it's a ball. 1-0.
Yeah, a little bit of movement on there. Ran a little low. It's a good pitch.
All right, Fernandez set, and this pitch is hit sharply. Oh, diving stab by the shortstop Cota, but the throw not nearly in time. So excellent job keeping that in the infield, but no chance to get Acosta, who really runs well, especially for a catcher. So that's going to be an infield hit. Don't worry, I'm not giving him an error on that one.
Yeah, it's an infield single for sure.
So Joey D coming up to the plate. And after going 4 for 4 against the same Napa Valley Storm on Tuesday, Dodson 0 for 3 today. Close to getting on board last time up with that drag bunt signal. So that ball outside. So Jake, I notice you're a little different today. You got a compass, freshly inked there on your arm.
Yeah, happened on Tuesday.
That pitch hit to the shortstop. Oh, and he drops it. He was thinking about whether or not to go to second and get a double play started, and all the while drops the ball. So another error by Napa Valley. They're making it pretty easy for the Falcons today. I think that's their 4th error in the game today.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy defensive day today for Napa.
Josh Lenny.
So that'll be an E6. Dodson on first, Ian Acosta on second, and Josh Lenny coming up to the plate. Now, Jake, my question is, who gets a compass? Like, do you think it's going to work? And on the other arm, are you going to get a watch?
No.
And if so, I mean, do you get a cell phone? Why are we getting all these products you can't use tattooed?
It's cool, Pop. You don't understand. It's our generation.
Like, what direction? Is it like set to the north, the east? That pitch a little bit outside? I was just wondering.
I think it's set to wherever we are at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium, a little west maybe, you know.
And then I'm curious about the thought process. Like, okay, I'm finally getting a tattoo. I'm going to go through all this pain. Let me see. I know. I'm going to get a compass. Was that how it went down?
Exactly how it went down.
All right.
Man, it didn't even hurt either.
Really?
Really.
That looks like a tender spot right on the inside of your forearm.
Yeah, it really wasn't too bad, though.
All right, Lenny rips this one, but right to the shortstop. Throws to second, but he's safe. Over to first. And he's out at first. Boy, Ron Adams taking his time on the call. No, is he?
He's out at second.
Out at second.
Okay.
All right. Boy, I thought he was safe.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the other way. I'm spending too much time talking about tattoos. I need to get my head in the ball game.
Hey, you brought it up.
So Rubalcaba coming up to the plate. Dodson retired at second. Acosta standing at third, and Josh Lenny at first on the fielder's choice. Throw over. Lenny back easily. And I shouldn't say anything about your I'm too much of a wuss to get anything tattooed anywhere. But I'll tell you this, it wouldn't be a compass. That pitch in the dirt for a ball.
Thanks, Puff. I appreciate it.
Well, see, that's my job as the instructor to give you positive feedback, right?
Is it positive?
Even with
though?
life lessons. All right, back to the ball game. Rubalcaba at the plate. 1 out here. Falcons up 5-1. Bottom of the 6th. That pitch just fouled down the third base side of play. That stays fair. That could have been even more trouble for the Napa Valley Storm.
Stover staring Rubalcaba down right there. Almost took a leg off of Stover down there, too.
And we can't see Rubalcaba, but you know he's smiling inside.
Yeah.
All right, so Fernandez set, pitching out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Nice breaking ball there, catches the inside part of the plate.
That curveball's really come on lately for Fernandez in this game. Wasn't using it too much to start off the game. Now we're in the later innings, starting to really use it more effectively.
And he's really got good velocity even on his breaking ball. All right, here's the pitch, and that one's ripped to center field, but Wheat right there, able to take 2 steps over towards the first base side of play, easily makes the catch. And so now the Falcons are retired at the end of 6 innings of play. Score remains the same, 5-1 for the Falcons. Hi, everybody. Greg Poff here in the Solano College Sports Network studios to tell you about a great opportunity here at Solano, where we're the only community college in the nation to have our own sports broadcasting program. So if you're interested in a career in sports broadcasting, Solano Community College is the place for you. And we offer students training in all aspects of sports broadcasting, whether it's behind the microphone, behind the camera, or learning to operate our state-of-the-art production equipment in our newly renovated television studio, or out in the field covering an actual live sports event for Solano Community College. At SCC, our sports broadcasting program is responsible for providing broadcasts of Solano sports teams and creating sports shows to be telecast on Fairfield's cable access Channel 28, as well as webcasts on our YouTube station at Solano College Sports Network. So if you're interested in taking one of our sports broadcasting courses, you will find them listed under Communication Studies in the SCC schedule of classes each and every semester. So come on over, check us out in our TV studio in room 121 on the main campus, where here at Solano Community College, it's more than just sports, it's an education.
Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for 3. And it's good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots of the season.
All right, it's top of the 7th inning here at Billy and Louise Yarbrough Stadium. 5-1 our score. Falcons up. Dustin LeBeat out for his 7th inning of work, as we have 9-1-2 due up for the Napa Valley Storms. It's going to be Chris Bruno, Andrew Wheat, and Sam Davidson. Now I'm joined in the broadcast booth with my new partner, Frankie.
Yeah, what's going on?
Just out here watching a good game today.
Oh,
man.
yeah, man. Beautiful day for baseball.
The first pitch from LeBeat. Just a little high inside, ball 1. You've seen a good game so far today. What have been some of the keys that you've seen so far?
It's just putting pressure on Napa's defense for Solano, and that's all you can really ask for. They're doing a pretty good job, and you know, Dustin's one of those pitchers that's going to go out there and give it his all, and he's doing a great job. I mean, 7 innings deep, that's what you get. That's all you can ask for a starting pitcher.
He's done a great job all year, really, with that.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime you can
that ball
get deep
skied out
game.
to left center. It's like Dodson's going to be there to make the play, so that's 1 out. Yeah, he's been one of the leaders for this Falcons pitching staff so far this year. You know, under a 3 ERA. He's also 3-0. I mean, he's done everything that Coach Stover's asked him to do so far.
Yeah.
Speaking of Coach Stover, he looks like he's going to be making a pitching change as LeBeat gets the first out of the inning. It looks like it's Adam Coates there coming in the game.
Here comes Coatesy. Great job by Dustin.
So I believe this is Coates' first outing since being injured, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Is this Coates' first time coming back out there since the injury?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. My bad, I didn't hear. can't hear too well at these. I got those big ears, but sometimes they don't work.
Oh yeah, we got the music blasting right now, Looking for a good finish to this game so far. Adam Coates having a stellar year so far. It's a .51 ERA, 3 saves on the year with 2 losses.
Yeah, he's one of those, he's one of those power lefties, and he's got that nasty breaking stuff, and when he's up there, he's in the zone. He's in the zone, and he knows his job, and he's got defense behind him, and ground balls are best friends for pitchers.
Oh yeah, and they have a very strong defense out there so far today.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen Alvaro make a couple of stud plays. Josh Lenny out there at second also. Those are just things you start to expect from this Falcons team. Good defense and good pitching.
Yeah, definitely.
Top of the 7th inning here. 5-1 our score. I think it's time for a little station identification as we are out here on the Solano College Sports Network. Find us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Solano College Sports Network. It's going to be Andrew Wheat now up at the plate.
Now pitching for Solano. Number 9.
1 for
Adam
3 on the day
Coates.
with a single and a run scored. So lefty on lefty battle here for Coates.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that's exactly why he went in. That lefty-lefty matchup.
Fastball runs a little up and in, so ball 1. And Coates is very explosive from the left, with a left-handed pitcher too. Coming out of the bullpen, you don't see that very often. Right there for strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that looks to get ahead and stay ahead.
He uses that fastball of his, that hard fastball, a little bit of a slider and a big curve as well. Speaking of the big curves, that's going to be a base hit. Connor Dick just couldn't get on there. That's actually going to end up being a double. So nice piece of base running there by Andrew Wheat to end up at second base here with only 1 out.
Now batting, first baseman, Sam Davison.
Now we just got to keep him there.
Up at the plate.
We just got to keep him on second.
That's something Coach does very well. He keeps runners close and honest over there at second or first, and he's not going to let you get over on him too often.
Yeah.
And the first pitch, high and away, ball 1.
He's got to locate that fastball.
Yeah, fastball has been running up a few pitches for him so far early on, so he's going to have to make sure he keeps that pitch down, especially with the wind swirling a little bit today. It could be dangerous potentially.
Yeah.
Back pick there from Coates.
Alvaro giving him the signs.
Coates staring down the sign from Ian Acosta. Comes set. Just a look back. Kicks. Fires. Fouled back. 1-1.
Tell you, it must be rough. I feel bad for the pitchers. They always got to go get those foul balls,
Yes, when the bullpen pitchers have to always go chase them down. I know there's a lot of ground out here that's past the fences at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It can be difficult to find those foul balls, I'm sure.
That's
rocketed.
Got that creep.
Nice play by Connor Dick to keep in front of him, and then he loses control of the ball. Just going to eat it, so that's going to be runners at first and second here with 1 out. Going back to what you were saying about the pitchers having to go get those foul balls, I'm sure that's not something to look forward to. They're praising that guys aren't hitting foul balls.
Yeah. If anything, Stover's idea for them to stay warm. Go chase down the ball. Come back, you might get in the game.
Run a couple laps, keep you warm for when we need you later. And the pitch. That's rocketed right back up the middle at Coates. That's going to be single, and going to have the bases loaded here with 1 out as that's cut off by Garland Webster. Now with the big man up at the plate, Cameron Taylor. Looking to do some damage here as he is Napa's top RBI leader. Also has 3 home runs on the year, so This is a big out right here for Adam Coates. If he can get him to ground into double play, get out of this inning scotch-free, that's got to be the goal right here.
Yeah, ground ball right here will do it. 1 pitch away.
Fastball right at the knees for strike one. It's a perfect location for a first pitch fastball right there.
Yeah, he definitely is a big dude up there.
Big swing and a miss for strike two. So Taylor already down 0-2 in the count. As we know, Adam Coates is very lethal with his strikeout pitches as he has 18 on the young season. Comes set, kicks, fires. Just a bit outside, close pitch, ball one.
I'll tell you what, that's got to be right on the outside of the black on the plate, man. That's a good pitch.
That's what I'm thinking. That pitch that him and LeBeat was thrown earlier, that can't be missing by much up there. It's just a small adjustment. That pitch is fouled back. Count will remain at 1-2.
Yeah, you know you always try to pitch around those big guys, and that's about as close as you can get from pitching away from him.
Oh, yeah. You got a low and away fastball is one of the hardest pitches to hit, especially as a big power hitter like Taylor is up at the plate. You want to get something in your zone, mid to upper, and drive something, really.
Yeah. There it is.
Strike three. Nice pitch right there by Adam Coates to get the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up the third baseman, Cole Che.
Yeah, that's a big backwards K right there for Coatesy. That's a good one.
That's a big out right there. Huge right there. Because now you don't need to get a double play ball right here, too. If you are going to get a ground ball, it can be a simple grounder right back at you. You don't have to worry about trying to move too fast and get two.
Yeah. A little comfort.
Coach taking his time to get his sign exactly right there from Acosta. Kicks, fires. Just a bit outside, ball one.
Yeah, that's that same little right off the outside of the plate right there.
And as a hitter right now, that's a tough pitch to lay off, but at the same time, you know that they're not calling it a strike, so you have to be smart enough to lay off it. And that's what Napa and Solano has been doing all day.
Yeah.
Just a bit above the belt, ball two.
Yeah, the strike zone's been pretty consistent throughout the game.
It seems like he's shrunk it down a little bit after Solano put up the 3 runs in the third inning as well, but overall he's been consistent both ways. The Falcons are getting the same calls. As that's hit out to Rubalcaba at short. It's going to go the short way to Lenny at second. And 5-1's our score as we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Falcons still on top. All right, so bottom of the 7th inning here. 5-1 still our score. As we have Garland Webster, Darian Evans, and Briar Litz due up at the plate. As we also have a new pitcher here for Napa, as it's Matt Rodiker up at the plate, the sophomore pitcher. Has 10 appearances, a 5.6 ERA. It's a guy who's been good out of the pen and consistent for this Napa team this year.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for Solano. First baseman, number 15, Garland Webster.
So Garland is 2 for 3 so far today with the pair of singles. Looking to add to that hit total, as he did enter play with a batting average of .301, so looking to boost that just a little more. First pitch just above the belt for ball 1. And the pitch just a bit high again, so 2-0. Good eye here by Garland Webster to start off the at-bat.
Yeah, we're just looking to get some insurance runs now. A little deeper in the ball game.
Again, that runs high, so a quick 3-0 here to Garland Webster. He's going to be looking for one pitch and one pitch only.
Yeah, he's probably getting the take here.
I'd be surprised if he did take a swing right here. That ball runs high again, so a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning for the Falcons as Darian Evans is now up at the plate.
I'll tell you, as a pitcher, you can't be leaving stuff up like that. I mean, luckily that was a 3-0 count. You're going to take that no matter what. But
it's going to be trouble, though, if he keeps slimming it up like that.
I mean, any other count,
yeah,
dude's unloading on that pitch.
Especially right now, you're at the part of the Falcons lineup where we've got a lot of power with Evans, Litz, and Jacob Pawlowski as well. All guys who can drive the ball.
Yeah.
Darian squares around to show bunt before he even comes set. So I think we all know what's going on right here. Coach Stover's favorite thing to do, bunt with the leadoff runner on. Throw over to first base.
Yeah, just looking to get that guy in scoring position.
That's something that Coach Stover always does. You don't see a runner on first with nobody out and the next batter not trying to bunt with the Falcons, no matter who it is. That ball runs high. Ball 1.
God, I'll tell you what, he's leaving them all up.
It seems like Rodiker is just not getting down on his pitches enough. He's leaving his release points just a little high, and he's going to have to start forcing the ball down more if he's going to want to be successful.
Start finishing.
As Darian squares around at it, strike 1. I think right there, he's just throwing so hard that Darian didn't have enough time to pull the bat back right there.
Yeah. And especially for a guy who probably doesn't want to bunt here in this situation. But
the throw over there. Garland's back just in time.
But hey, you never know. He did try rolling down a drag earlier in the game. So
seems like sometimes he wants to bunt, sometimes he wants to swing away. You never know which it is. As Darian gets down a good one right here. It's a little bit of a high chopper. It's a good sacrifice bunt right there for Darian Evans. As Webster's going to move over to second base. 1 out. Briar Litz up at the plate.
It's a designated hitter, number 30, Briar.
Yeah, now Briar's just going to be looking for something elevated, something to drive out there in the outfield. Gap-to-gap hitter he is.
Looking to pick up this RBI right here for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a guy who, when he finds a gap, that's his gap. He's going to try to hit it right in the left center field gap or the right center field gap and stay there. He wears the first pitch. So he sees one pitch and gets hit by it, as we have runners at first and second now for Jacob Pawlowski. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Briar Litz. So I believe that is Jesse Phipps.
You know, Briar lost about 20 pounds from the fall until now, and still not quick enough to be on the base paths here.
He's a big boy. He's always going to be a big boy. He's got to accept it.
Yeah, definitely. But I think Stover would definitely take his bat rather than his speed.
Left fielder for 18, Jacob Pawlowski.
Now Pawlowski up at the plate. He's a guy who really finds a gap, and he's quick when he does find a gap too. He's surprisingly fast on the base paths. So that pitch is in there for strike 1.
Yeah, he's just one of those he's one of those big dudes, you know, that all around decent athlete, looking to bang the ball around the yard a little bit.
No one to Pawlowski. Curveball in there for strike 2, so he's quickly down 0-2. We've seen Pawlowski been down in the count early today, so he's going to need to battle back and get a pitch he can drive right here.
Yeah, now it's just about staying short and staying with the middle here.
And the 0-2. Curveball in there for strike 3. Good curveball right there. So Pawlowski strikes out for the second time today. Connor Dick now up at the plate. Connor Dick 1 for 2 on the day today. Also scored a run in the third inning.
Dick.
Yeah, now you just got to drive one over that second baseman's head and get the job done.
Connor Dick, a guy who doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but someone who's going to start to see more and more of it the more consistently he starts to play like he's done today.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a guy who grinds. Real solid defensive third baseman.
Had a couple tough hops over there at third today so far.
Yeah, you know, that's why they call it the...
See ins and outs, that's second base. Bruno throws across, and that's going to be 3 outs as we head into the top of the 8th inning. 5-1 still our score.
Hello, my name is Eric Visser. I'm the Director of Athletics of Solano College Athletics. I want to congratulate our student athletes, our coaches, our staff, and especially our fans for another outstanding season of Solano College Athletics.
All right, so top of the 8th inning here. Adam Coates out here for his second inning of work. As we have the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Austin Fitzpatrick, Hamish Witters, and Dallas Cota due up for the Napa Valley Storm.
Austin Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, he is 0 for 3 so far on the day with a couple of strikeouts and a fielder's choice. That pitch is right there for strike 1. Coates comes set, kicks, fires, swing and a miss, strike 2.
God, they're all doing a great job of hitting that outside corner, man. Just pound, living outside.
And the pitch fouled back, so count stays at 0-2. And Coates is coming out firing so far since coming out of the bullpen. Had a little bit of trouble so far, but nothing too serious, you know. He's just been out there doing his thing and getting outs any way he can.
Yeah, he's just looking to get Fitzpatrick over 4 today.
1-2 now the count after that pitch ran a little high. Coates kicks, fires, swing and a miss, strike 3. So bring out the hats for Fitzpatrick. That's his 3rd strikeout on the day. So that's going to bring up Hamish Witters, who is 2 for 3 on the day, pair of singles, and a fly out to Joey Dobson out there at center.
Tell you what, as a player, you never like knowing that you win a hat trick, but on the score sheet here, it looks even worse.
Yeah, looking at it on the score sheet doesn't feel any better. Ball one. I know you were telling me during the break that you played second base. Me, myself, I played third base and I pitched when I still played. So we get to see a little bit of different perspectives here.
Yeah, for sure.
And the pitch. Ball two. What was your favorite thing defensively? Was it turning double plays?
You know, I liked the long backhand plays where you kind of got to spin around and throw them out at first.
Feeling like you're Derek Jeter out there a little bit? Yeah. Just a bit inside, so the count runs to 3-0 to Hamish Witters.
You know, me being a short guy, I always look at Altuve. You know, he's about the same size as me. He's a great defensive and even a better offensive, I mean, with the hitting title last year.
So that pitch is right there, 3-1. Yeah, Jose Altuve, very good player. Me being an A's fan, he's frustrating to say the very least.
Yeah.
3-1, just a little bit outside, so that's a runner on first base with one out. As Dallas Cota, the shortstop's going to be up to the plate with Chris Bruno in the on-deck circle.
Now batting shortstop, Dallas Cota.
Good thing about Cota is he never budges. You know, he's if he walks a dude, he's give me that ball back. You know, give me that ball back. I'm ready to go back to work.
You'll never see him walk 2 batters in a row either.
Yeah.
If he walked one, he's going to come firing strikes the next at bat. Just like that right there. That's right in there for strike one.
Always makes it easier on us when they do what we just
oh,
said,
yeah.
You know?
Makes it so much easier. Makes us look like we actually know what we're talking about out there. Coach comes set, gives a look over to first, kicks, fires. It's grounded foul. It's on the first baseline. 0-2 now the count to Dallas Cota.
Let's see if we see that big breaking ball here.
Yeah, he's got that great curveball. He throws in 1-2, 0-2 situations. That's really effective.
Yeah.
When you throw that hard, you're a lefty, and you've got such a good off-speed pitch like that, you can be very dominant, at least at the community college level. Just a bit outside. Back pick from Acosta. No good as he's safe. So now the 1-0 from Adam Coates to Dallas Cota. Kicks, fires. Chopper back up to Rubalcaba. Rubalcaba takes it himself, throws across. That's a 6-3 double play. As we're headed to the bottom of the 8th. 5-1 still our score.
Hey everybody, Stosh Morty here with the Solano College Sports Network, where I've had the privilege of being your sports play-by-play and broadcaster for the past couple years at Solano. And it wasn't until I came to Solano Community College where I actually found a new passion and a career path when I stumbled upon COM 75, Professor Greg Poff's class. I bounced around out of high school. I had a couple different odd jobs here and there and didn't really have a career path until I stumbled upon this class. And ever since then, I found there's actually a career path in sports broadcasting, not just by being a broadcaster, working in front of the camera, but also working behind the scenes with our TriCaster systems, doing directing and producing, and also working behind a camera. This has been a great experience for me. Found me a career path which I was lost, and now I am found. And it all thanks to COM 75 and here at the Solano College Sports Network.
Bottom of the 8th inning here. Ian Acosta, Joey Dodson, and Josh Lenny due up at the plate. Acosta 2 for 3 today with the pair of singles and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play.
Ian Acosta.
Acosta's really been coming on as of late, really hitting his stride, as is this whole Falcons team. I mean, you've got guys like Joey Dodson, Darian Evans, Briar Litz. All these guys are hitting their stride right at the right time of the year.
Yeah, perfect timing.
That's in there for strike one. As we have a new pitcher for Napa. It's going to be Evan Blandino. The freshman pitcher has a 3.18 ERA on the year. That's hit to short. That's going to be out number one. So now Joey Dodson comes up to the plate.
Now batting. Center fielder.
0 for 4 so far on the day.
Dodson.
Did reach on an error in the 6th inning. And now if you're Dodson, you've got so much speed like Dodson does. You just have to find ways to get on base.
Yeah.
Big curveball. Just doesn't get down on it enough. Ball one.
Well, it definitely won't be by swinging at one of those curveballs.
Yeah, curveballs is not his pitch. He's a fastball hitter, to say the very least about him. He's a guy who likes to drive the ball to the opposite field and find that gap, specifically between the third and first baseman and second baseman.
Yeah, you know, he's one of those. He's not gonna pound one out there.
Guide out to center. Wheat there to make the play. Quickly, that's 2 outs. Josh Lenny now due up.
Lenny, on the other hand, he won't be shy to swing for the fences. He's definitely got the power to do it.
Second base.
See it in
Number 24.
batting practice.
Josh Lenny.
He hasn't found one yet, but we're all waiting for it.
Yeah, Lenny's definitely has all the power in the world for this Falcons team. Curveball goes a little low, ball one. Lenny's been one of those really super freshmen so far for this Falcons team. As they have, we mentioned it early in the broadcast, they have 5 starters today that are freshmen, and they're all having great seasons so far. Garland Webster, Joey Dodson, Josh Lenny, Briar Litz, Connor Dick, just the list goes on of excellent freshmen for this team.
Yeah, and a couple of them, those names, you know, guys that were red shirts last year and did their work over summer, and now they're, you know, starting collegiate level baseball
and making a big impact too at the same time.
Yeah. You look like a guy like Briar Litz, who's a real hard worker at practice, and just a guy who's just going to grind for you. And that's a guy who, you know, when he's in, you're going to expect nothing but the best of him.
Those are the best kind of baseball players, in my opinion. Guys who go out there each and every day and do their job, try to get better every single day. It's 2-2 now the count to Josh Lenny. Pitch. Curveball got underneath it a bit. Is that skied out to Andrew Wheat there in center field? As that's going to be 3 up, 3 down as we head into the top of the 9th inning. 5-1, still our score.
My name is Jesse Branch. We want to thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
All right, it's the top of the 9th inning here. Adam Coates out there for his 3rd inning of work.
Second baseman, Chris Bruno.
So we have the 9-1-2 hitters due up for Napa. It's going to be Chris Bruno, Andrew Wheat, and Sam Davidson. Now Coates comes set. There for strike one.
Anytime you get ahead, it's always a good sign. Get ahead, stay ahead.
And that's the big thing for Coach too. When he gets ahead, he doesn't fall behind ever.
Yeah, it's almost unbeatable.
So that's just a bit outside. And that's in there for strike two. So 1-2 now the count.
Let's see what he comes with here.
Now Adam Coates looking for the strikeout pitch here. That's grounded to Rubalcaba over at short, bobbles it. And that's not something we're used to seeing from Rubalcaba out there at short. A couple of errors for him on the day today, so not his best day out there. Napa's going to have a leadoff base runner.
Now batting center fielder.
Yeah, it's always rough
Andrew
watching,
Wheat.
you know, especially Alvaro making the error because you look at him and it's like, wow, he's such a great defensive shortstop, and he's obviously still is. It's just, you know, errors happen. It's part of the game.
Now Andrew Weed up at the plate, the center fielder. So that's poked foul, strike one. Yeah, Rubalcaba is very great defensively, obviously a strong arm. The offense having a great season. He's just, today, I don't know, it just seems to me like today the ball is just not bouncing in any team's favor. We're just getting bad hops all over the field so far today.
Yeah, maybe Coach Bobby drug it the opposite way this today or something. I don't know.
Maybe he was dragging in thinking, oh, let's see how many errors we can get Alvaro to make today.
I hope that was that's it, but yeah.
And the 0-1. So that's tapped foul, strike two. It seems like Connor Dick's gotten a couple hard bounces over there. We've seen Garland take a couple of hard hops. And on the opposite side, Sam Davidson's gotten a number of hard hops over there. One, the daring hit, just a rocket that bounced, I believe, twice, and then shot right up and almost hit him in the head, took his head off right there.
He hit right off the shoulder, you know. It's a lot less hurt when it's off the shoulder instead of the face.
Bruise either way, but you got to keep that face look at least a little bit pretty out there,
yeah,
right?
You know, there's ladies in the stands here watching the game.
Oh, yeah,
so
it can't look too bad.
You can't take one off the face.
Ladies in the stands watching the game, ladies watching the game at home as well.
Yeah, and tell you, Connor, man, take Connor Dick over at third. It seems like every day at practice there's something. He takes one off the hand, the touch of the finger, something, man. That's why they call it that hot corner, you know?
Yeah. The 0-2 from Adam Coates. Foul down the left field line. Count will remain at 0-2.
And, you know, if you look at the field as well, a lot of fields you see the cutouts on the corners of the base paths, you know, they're rounded, and here they're kind of just sharp, straight line. So sometimes, you know, that ball hits and you don't know where it's going.
That pitch is grounded to Rubalcaba at short. And just going to go to get the easy out at one, as that's going to be one out.
Now batting first baseman Sam Davidson.
Sam Davidson now up at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Reached on an error in the 7th, base hit in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, and grounded out to Dustin LeBeat in the 1st. So we've seen a very good pitching performance between LeBeat and Adam Coates so far today.
Yeah, you know, only had to call out the two pitchers today, and that's what's going to happen if you get your starter to go, you know, 6+ innings.
And you get 6+ innings with the bullpen like the Falcons have, and it's going to be very tough for them to lose games.
Yeah.
And the pitch, that's going to get in the 3.5 hole. So we're going to have runners at the corners here with 1 out. As it's going to bring up the catcher, Ignacio Diaz.
Now batting catcher Ignacio Diaz.
Well, first and third here. You know, just pitching to that ground ball here. That's what we need.
You've got to be pitching to get another ground ball to Rubalcaba or even to Lenny right here. Get a 4-6-3 or 6-4-3 double play to end the game right here. Great day.
Great day.
As that fastball runs outside, ball one.
I always say, ground ball is pitcher's best friend, man.
Oh yeah, you can't rely on just striking everyone out. You have to be able to rely on your defense. This is a very good, solid defensive team for the Falcons have. Pitch runs high as well, so 2-0 now the count to Ignacio Diaz.
Let's see if Coates can work back here.
2 for 3 on the day. The strikeout, sacrifice fly, and a pair of singles. 2-0 from Coates. Right there for strike one.
Yeah, even with a walk, you got a base open here, and Cameron Taylor, the backwards K last at bat. So, but at the same time, you don't want to put pressure.
That's rocketed out to Lenny, and he can't make the play. That's going to score a run. They're going to get the out at second. Oh, no, they're not. He's called safe.
There's a force out there.
I'm not sure what was up with that.
They got to ask.
He had him out by a mile.
Yeah, they got to ask for help.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be a caught ball from Lenny, but at the same time,
Lenny's got to make that play.
To make that effort and actually get the throw thrown from his butt, you know. Anxious to see what the umpire's got to say about that one.
Yeah, I don't see how that's not out. He was out. The throw definitely beat him there, and it's not a force, or it is a forced play. So I don't even see what the debate's really about. Stover just kind of has to go out there and tell him, "Hey, you got it wrong, buddy."
Hey, I'd be asking home plate umpire here for help on that one. See if we get that overturned.
5-2 now our score, top of the ninth, 1 out. Umpires are going to have a meeting right here. Here's some groans from the Napa dugout and stands.
Well, I don't see why. I mean, that's obvious out.
That's just a baseball thing right there. They're not doing it because they don't like you or they like you. They're doing it because it's the right call or the wrong call.
It's unfortunate. The umpires, they take the blame there. They get all the yells and screaming at them.
We've got it on camera. We can show you.
I don't think they're going to overturn
it. I guess he's going to be safe at second base.
That's unfortunate.
So 1 out, runners on first and second as the dangerous Cameron Taylor steps up to the plate. And the pitch, just a bit outside, ball one. It's a little bit of a sloppy game being played between both teams. A lot of errors, it seems like, between not only the Falcons but Napa as well. Has had a couple of costly errors. I mean, to start off the game, Napa gave up to start that 3-run series in the third inning. They gave up the close play to Connor Dick. Could have gone either way. That call on the walk, and then when Ian Acosta dropped that bunt down, threw it away there, and threw it away again, leaving them. That's just not smart baseball that was played.
You know, on an offensive point of view, though, once you put pressure on their defense, you know, good things will happen.
I don't know if it's the sun today. It just seems something's up between the Falcons today. Oh, hear that one hit the pole right on.
A loud, loud second strike there.
Yeah, that was real loud. I don't think I've ever heard that here yet. You got to hit that right on it, man. You can't miss by like much than a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, I'll still wait to see one go through the hole up there where we have our.
So that's popped up. That could be trouble. It's out of, and Garland Webster just barely makes the play. That's his third play he's made in foul territory today. So that's going to be 2 outs. Top of the ninth, 5-2 our score.
Cole Shade.
Hey, it doesn't have to look pretty, I'll tell you that.
No, it sure doesn't. You
Take
just
it
got to
out.
get. You just have to get 27 outs. That's all you got to get.
That's the name of the game right there.
27 outs, and believe me, there's a lot easier things in the world to do than get 27 outs.
Definitely doesn't help, like you mentioned, with the couple errors out there, you know.
Cold Chait at the plate. Strike one. So Chait hit that double in the second inning, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple, and struck out, and a pair of ground outs to Rubalcaba. And the 0-1.
Oh.
Just a bit low right there.
It's a good breaking ball.
Yeah, had him off balance right there. He's done a good job of using his curve, his changeup to keep hitters off balance.
I think he had everyone fooled.
That's going to be grounded just foul down the third baseline. So that's it's a heart racer right there. That was close.
Yeah, you're looking for a little rollover, but not anything right over the bag.
Yeah.
Connor D can't put a play on it.
You know, from at least my angle, that looks like it was over the bag.
Yeah, it
but
was definitely close. Hey, I'll take it though.
Yeah,
I'll take a foul ball, strike two.
I'll take a 1-2 count instead of another run being scored and putting this game that much more manageable. All right, so the 1-2. So that's hit out to center. That's going to be a base hit. So they're going to send the runner home. 5-3 now the score. So Adam Coates in a bit of trouble here, giving up 2 runs since coming in the game.
Now batting, right fielder, Austin Fitzpatrick.
Austin Fitzpatrick now up at the plate. Has the hat trick, 3 strikeouts and a fielder's choice so far today. So Adam Coates just needs to settle down right here and get this out.
I know. Just to get my streak to 7. Last loss I've experienced as a broadcaster was in 2013.
You saying I gotta give it up here or what?
All right, and the first pitch, just a bit high, 1-0. Close pitch right there, though, from Coates. The strike zone seems to just be getting smaller and smaller as the game keeps coming on.
Yeah, give Fitzpatrick a golden sombrero here today. Come on, Coatsy.
And the pitch. Strike one, so the count draws even at 1 now. So Austin Fitzpatrick now looking to drive something to bring them within 1. So that's going to be hit to Lenny at second base. And this ballgame is over. Falcons win 5-3. Good BVC matchup today. Falcons move up to 9-3. Sole possession of second place now in the BVC conference, while Napa falls to 8-4. They also draw the season series even at 1 apiece. So we saw a great pitching performance today behind Dustin LeBeat. 6 1/3 innings, 1 earned run. Absolutely dominant out there today. And he, in fact, is going to be our Best Buy player of the game. So we're going to get an interview with him in just a few minutes, and we'll see you then.
I think I got some whipped cream for him in the face here.
Hi, everybody. Jake Wade here with the Solano College Sports Network, here with our Best Buy player of the game, Dustin LeBeat. Now, Dustin, you threw a great game out there on the mound. 6 1/3 innings pitched, only gave up the 1 earned run. What was the key for you out there today?
We had a game plan before the game, like we always do. I stuck with it. I had a couple pitches there, struggling a little bit, but I found my groove and kind of just went with it.
Yeah, even when you were missing with your pitches, you weren't missing by much. Your outside fastball, especially, there were a lot of really close pitches, and you're really taking command of that low outside part of the zone where it's very tough for right-handed hitters to take advantage of that. Was that the game plan that Coach Stover preached for you this week?
Yeah, down and out is.
Hey, good game, man. Good game. Good game.
Well, that's our first pie here on Solano College Sports Network. Well, great game today, Dustin. We'll hope to see you do it again next week.
Thank you.
This is Jake Way with Solano College Sports Network signing off.